Hey, I am live here once again at In Your Head Wrestling Radio. I'm the internet icon, the pride of the pilgrims, the most honest man in all of podcasting, Hollywood, Jackie Jones. OIB is MIA this week, so no intro this week. He was on Secret Headyverse Business on Tuesday, our normal day of the week. Last night, Christmas Eve, he was leaving out cookies and milk for Santa. And then today he was, I think he was busy with Santa coming down his chimney. But we are here. We played a little bit of an older interview with Tito Santana. Arriba! So usually while I'm setting stuff up, we play an old interview to get stuff going. And you can go over and check out all these archived interviews right here for free on the YouTube page. Now, if you become a member, you can actually get the entire shows, the entire old shows. There's going to be a lot more being added. And they're remastered because back in the day, we used to record the show on Skype, and most people were on landline phones, and the audio was not great. So today I can clean those up a bit and remaster them. So cleaned up episodes in their entirety. The interviews are out there for free, but the entire shows, they're not really out there anymore. So I'm slowly adding all the old shows from the In Your Head archive. But tonight, we are here to talk about AEW because AEW, they had, what was it, AEW on 35th Street or something Wednesday for Christmas Eve. And then tonight, it was Collision on Christmas, or the Christmas Collision. So let's see here. So hit the like button, subscribe if you'd like to become a member. It would help support the channel and help by sharing this out. Oberstar, do me a favor. If you can you post a link in the group, in the Facebook group that we are live, and a link to the show? I would appreciate that. The Wendy's diet. Exactly. And a little bit later, I'll open up the lines and we will take some calls. But last night on Dynamite. All right. So first of all, overall in these shows, I'm not against the tournament. I think it has a merit. I like the sports feel, the sports presentation to it. There are a lot of issues with it. I think if you are a sports presentation, there has to be a reason why these 16 guys or however many guys are in this tournament. For example, when you have the NFL playoffs, it isn't just a random teams. Like we're picking, we're just going to pick a bunch of teams. And so it's like your top teams and then like a team that never wins. Like, why are they in the playoffs? Like, it doesn't make much sense. The playoffs are, the top teams. So, and then they have a tournament and they're matched up. I know that's a single elimination tournament. It's a little bit different, but it's still, there's a sense behind it. Because if you have a tournament, it's supposedly to find who's the best. So this, you're watching and you're like, well, you have some top guys in it. No matter what I think of him, Okada's presented as a top guy. Moxley's been a perennial top guy. But then you have like low end guys that are like a step up from, jobber guys like Knight and Speedball Mike Bailey. And there's those guys, I'm not saying they're not good wrestlers or they don't have good matches, but they're not presented as A-list guys whatsoever. So why are they in it? There has to be some reason. And you can't just say, oh, because they have good matches. Because if this is a sport, if this is presented like an actual sport, they don't just say, this team never wins, but they're fun to watch, so they're in the Super Bowl. It doesn't make any sense. So either, since they do have rankings, I know they don't really do them anymore, I think you either have to be like, okay, the top 16 or whatever it is, top 12 wrestlers are always in this every year. Or if you don't want to do it that way, because then sometimes you're going to have people you don't want to do any jobs and things like that. So I get that. Or maybe you don't even want some of the champions, and I get that. Then you have to do something else. Maybe you have a group of judges who decide who goes in this tournament every year. And they have a bunch of reasons, like this guy's a top guy. This guy is a great performer. Maybe they see some. So if you wanted speedball Mike Bailey in this for some reason, you could have, okay, let's say it's Brian Danielson and whoever else, like three like older wrestlers that people, the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels, and whoever, another guy, Jake the Snake Roberts, just three guys. And so this would also give you weeks of television to explain why they're in here. You could have people cut promos like, I deserve to be in the Continental Classic this year because whatever, I did this year. I have something to prove, whatever reason. And then you could have every week they pick one or two guys like the committee has decided that blah 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 is in the Continental Classic, and it's like, oh, that's cool. And maybe you could have like two wild cards where it's guys you have to win like a battle royal or something like that, and you're the two wild card seeds in the classic, and then you could put in some underdog guys. That doesn't explain why they're in there. I just think it would help make this make more sense why these group of people are in it. Besides, it's just a random group that is picked for no reason ever given. Because some of these guys when they're wrestling, I'm like, I don't really care, and that's nothing against them. So, like for example, I'll go over the whole show, but you have Roderick Strong, who is not really presented as an important guy. He's fine. He went winless up until the last match. So when his match comes on, I'm not invested at all because it's just like he has no chance, absolutely no chance of winning, even as the underdog where he's winless. If he wins this match, it doesn't matter to him. He's out anyway. So he has nothing to gain. I know they come up with the thing, oh, he's playing spoiler. But basically, like his match is just to prove he's not just the biggest loser possible. So it's like, I don't care about this match whatsoever. But then you have other matches like Orange Cassidy versus Takeshita, and the match is really hot, and both guys have wins, so like they can advance. So then you're into that. So it's a real, and then honestly, when you have both shows, or although almost the entire show, both of them are these tournament matches every week, every week. It's not that exciting. Some of the matches are very exciting. Some of these matches were great, but when the whole show is nothing but Continental Classic matches, I know there's some other stuff, but primarily Continental Classic matches, 4 weeks for like the whole month, it's not that exciting. So I'm not saying it's not just get rid of this. I think they have to really overhaul it. Have a reason why these group of people are in it every year. Either they're the top ranked guys or like a committee, like I said. And then maybe spread it out a little bit. Maybe do it over 2 months. I don't know. But having both your Collision show and Dynamite taking up basically all these very long, almost all of them are very long. And some of them are great, don't get me wrong. But nothing about Continental Classic matches. Sometimes it start out hot, and then by the end of the show, I'm like, I don't really want to watch another Continental Classic match. You know what I'm saying? So that's my overall view of the Continental Classic. I don't think it's a terrible idea. I just think it needs overhaul. So the show opened with Dynamite last night, Orange Cassidy versus Takeshita. And I normally don't like Brian Danielson as a commentator, but I actually thought he did a really good job of making this seem like why this match matters in the sports world. Like, this guy needs this many points, and this guy, why the win is important here, and how what it means in the grand scheme of the whole tournament. So he actually had sports oriented analysis of the match, and I thought that was good. I like that, and it's a little different than some other stuff in wrestling. So that was good, and the match itself was fantastic. Orange Cassidy and Takeshita. I always think that people who really hate Orange Cassidy I don't know if I really think they just see the surface level, and I can't imagine that you'd actually watch him and think he's a bad wrestler. Because I think objectively he's a great wrestler. You might not like the gimmick or something like that, and I also think a lot of it is unfair where they talk about like people sell like his silly spots, but none of like when he's doing the weak kicks and stuff, they're not done where a guy takes a bump off them. They're like done as part of the match to make the other guy mad at him. And honestly, he has great matches all the time. This match was great, and Takeshita is one of your young guys that you could build a company around. To me, I'll say this every week, far superior to Okada in every way. So if you want like an Asian top guy, Takeshita's a guy, Okada's not. And I have to admit, a good promo by Gabe Kidd, who I have not seen anything in this guy. But this is what they needed to be doing ever since they signed Gabe Kidd, is to have him out there and cut promos. So we know who he is. AEW is always guilty of this. They hire a guy who may have great upside, but they debut him thinking that everyone watching the show knows who they are. And we don't. So you need to explain who these people are. And I get it. I know people are going to be out there and say, yeah, I know he's in New Japan. He's been blah, 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 blah. That's all great. That's great if you know him and you're already excited. But you can't assume your whole audience watches every single wrestling company that exists. Because I don't. I've been a wrestling fan for my whole life, for over 40 years. But I can't keep up with everything. Maybe if I was still 12 and I was watching the show, I would know everything, but I don't anymore. It's too much to keep up with. And what does it hurt if you explain who this guy is? So if I do know who he is and they have a cool video package, that doesn't like hinder me from getting excited. It's like, oh yeah, they're hitting me over the head about why I like this guy. And if I don't know him at all, you see these vignettes and you're like, oh, this guy seems interesting. Now, when he comes on, you know him already. This worked in wrestling for decades. Razor Ramon was already over when he debuts as Razor Ramon. You can assume, oh, well, we have AEWA fans. They're going to remember him from that, even though it's a whole new character. And people who watch WCW know he's the Diamond Stud. So they're going to know. But no, there is merit to look. WWE would be guilty sometimes of going the opposite direction and be like, oh, this real like we're going to change the name of Harley Race or something, which is kind of silly. But with Razor Ramon, you had these vignettes. He's over before he even debuts. Mr. Perfect the same way. $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. Even guys that didn't end up succeeding, like Outback Jack. We knew who he was before he debuted because of these vignettes, and we were excited to see him. All this does is help the potential of these people being over. Just in ring alone is only going to go so far. If we're into this guy's personality, we know who he is, and he's on the show, it's going to mean a lot more. So this is my first time seeing any personality from Gabe Kidd, and this is the first time I was like, oh, okay, I'm kind of excited. Before that, I just see him as a guy wearing like a black like hoodie, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this guy. But all right, we saw a promo, starting to get him over a little bit. Then we had Dorado versus Strong. I'm sorry, the crowd's pretty dead for this, but can you blame them? I mean, honestly, who really cares? Like, who is he? I don't know, Masquerada Dorado or something. Is he gonna win this tournament? No. Is Roderick Strong, does he have a chance to win this tournament? So who cares? Yes, it's a good match in the ring. But in AEW, you can almost say it's across the board. Does anyone really have bad matches in modern day wrestling? It's very, very few. So you can't it's not like in the 90s when you had the super luchas. You had Jericho and Malenko and Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit. And then you had the lucha guys, Hoovy and stuff, and Rey Mysterio. Because you also had guys that people argue with me, but people aren't really going to argue this probably. Guys like Lex Luger and your top guy, Hulk Hogan even, weren't really they're having great matches. They were there for the top storylines, the NWO. So to make the show, so you have different stuff throughout the show. It meant something if you had a great match with Chris Jericho versus Juventud Guerrera, even if there wasn't a real storyline there. Why that worked then, and it doesn't really work today, is because you didn't have that all over the show. So you fast forward today, you have that all over the show. So if you had the 90s and you had nothing on Nitro, but Jericho, Malenko, those group of guys, and they're just having great matches, those matches wouldn't stand out because all the matches were great. So you'd either have to be like really fucking awesome, or there'd have to be something about the personality. So then like a Jericho would stand out because he had the personality. So today, basically everyone is good. There's very, very few people that just aren't a good wrestler today. So just having so if you threw this match on Nitro in the 90s, it would be a cool segment. Oh, cool, this is a good match. Today it's just like, whatever, who cares? We're not going to really see a bad match on wrestling today. So, who cares? Just to me, this match shouldn't even be on TV. Not to be an asshole to these guys, but who cares? Then we had a hater promo for a title shot with Statlander. Statlander's the champ. To me, this is an example of two women that were super over at one point. Their momentum kind of waned away, and now they're getting a push. Both of them are very good, and we're over at different times, but this is not the peak of their popularity. So it's kind of like, it'll be fine, but I'm not excited for it, to be honest. So we had MJF returning to in-ring action. He returned last week. They really mishandled, I think, the ring, whatever their for the ring, the Rumble ring or whatever. Because MJF won it every year. And so if you're going to bring that back, MJF either has to be involved some way, something, but I don't know. It's weird because now it's almost like if he's not involved and you have a new champion who doesn't even beat MJF at all, it's like, who really cares, in my opinion. But so MJF was wrestling just some, job dude, Dustin Wallard. And MJF super thick hair, so the hair transplant worked good for him. He had his hairstyle looked very much like Punk, honestly. Hot crowd for MJF, which part of this is an issue for me. The crowd will always want to cheer MJF, but they will want to push MJF as a heel, and I know he's a great heel, but I will argue, are you a great heel if the crowd loves you? And my point is he going to be better for your company as a babyface or heel? They want to cheer him. If they cheer him, they're going to buy more stuff. I just think it's better to just have him your top babyface. I mean, he's a homegrown guy. He's super over. I just think it's better. And then another problem is, how comes Hangman, and who's had a great run for the last year and a half or so, and he gets a mixed reaction because part of this crowd prefers MJF. It's not even that they dislike Hangman. They just like MJF more. And then this was kind of a convoluted segment. Yeah, Hangman comes out, and then the ops like Dojo came out, like a bunch of J-Brones. They get beat up, and then Swerve comes out. And then, I think Swerve stopped Hangman from, destroying MJF, but then, he ended up choking him anyway with the chain. It was very confusing, I thought. And then it was just too much stuff going on. And I know they're doing the 4-way. And so another just a huge, for me, basic storytelling problem here. So you had Joe up on the Titantron, which is fine. I think it's probably better not have him in the ring at this point. But you have your two top baby faces, Swerve and Hangman, basically double teaming the heel. So you have the chicken shit heel guy being double teamed by two baby faces. That is just, in my opinion, just very wrong psychology, because your baby faces, if they're not in peril, they should be outnumbered. right now they're outnumbered. They're basically bullying the heel. They're bullying one guy. And I say that's not heroic. It's not tough. I think that's just very just wrong. It's wrong. Storytelling not just in wrestling, but in any form of storytelling, a book, a movie, whatever. You don't want your heroes to be overpowering their nemesis, because it's heroic to overcome, it's not heroic to like bully someone that you're outnumbering. So I just think it was a huge misstep. And honestly, I thought it was, and I'm a huge Swerve fan, but I thought it was a poor promo by Swerve. Swerve really came off like a kind of like a kid wanting to be this tough. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna beat you up. I don't know. I thought it was lame, but it was like The Godfather compared to the next segment, because the next segment was a Babes of Wrath promo, and this was fucking atrocious. This was, I'm not even, this is not a hyperbole. I'm not trying to exaggerate. This was cringe. This was the epitome of cringe. This was embarrassing. And I've watched wrestling for 40 years. Very few times I watch wrestling be like, oh man, I hope no one comes in and watches me But this sucked. This team fucking sucks. I used to like Willow, but I just see them and I just think this is like, people talk about the G era, PG era of WWE for like kids. This is like for like, kids on like 3-year-olds or something. This is freaking horrible. Just absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. Bandito versus Ricochet for the DDR, the Diamond, whatever, the ring. And whoever wins is the first challenger 2026. I'll be honest, I'm not a Ricochet fan. And so I didn't really pay much attention to this match. I'm sure it was fine. Bandito wins, which is, I like Bandito. I think he's awesome, actually. He's a great wrestler and stuff. But I don't know. It's like everyone, does anyone on the planet think like that whoever wins at the pay-per-view is going to lose the title to Bandito? I mean, come on. We had Darby in the basement, and then Gabe kids like in the background creeping up on him like a creeper, which I kind of found pretty funny. And then Gabe just like beats him up and throws him down the steps. This is the first time these two shows, they did a good job actually of making Gabe Kid something that I'm interested in. A huge Darby Allin fan. Okay, so this next match is a mess of epic proportions. Marina Shafir versus Mira Shirakawa. So first of all, Mira Shirakawa is just some shitty, terrible looking offense. Just awful. This match very sloppy, very amateur. And Marina, she has a lot of potential to be like something special. But two things, you have to absolutely protect her in the ring. And I don't think she should be on TV right now in the ring. She could be on TV as the bodyguard character. This is someone who should be, if you had an NXT or something, or maybe put her in Ring of Honor, because at least less people watch it. You don't really do house shows. She should be wrestling non-televised matches I don't think she'll ever be like fantastic, but to be decent, because there's something there. She has a look. There's a danger aspect to her. And I think she could be something special, but you need to push her. You can't just have her as any other wrestler. You can't have her in these long matches. And the psychology in this was this dog shit, because Marina's this no nonsense, dangerous woman. And then you have this, goofy woman dancing around, smiling. And it's just everything Shirakawa did took away from any type of aura that Marina Shafir has. So, first of all, Shirakawa's just beating her ass, which is not smart. And plus, Marina Shafir is not a good seller in any way. So this is just bad wrestling and just a very stupid way to book Marina Shafir. And you're supposed to be afraid of Marina Shafir, but Shirakawa is just goofing around, smiling and shaking her ass and dancing with the crowd. It's just, look, have there been worse matches? Yes. But as like, if you watch this for the psychology, it's as low as you can get. Just the psychology is complete dog shit. In fact, you'd have to go out of your way to think of a way for this match to go to be worse for the Marina Shafir character, I would say. And the only be worse if Marina just got like chapped out or something. But it was bad. Like they need like a really experienced producer, someone in the back who like has understanding of wrestling and like okay, and the booker, whoever, they have to be like, okay, this is what we want Marina Shafir to be. How do we get there? Well, we got to protect her in the ring. This is the kind of matches she has to have, and it's not this. This was terrible. And people will say, "Oh, it was good." It was not good. Is the mother's milk finisher? Is that just supposed to be she smothers the woman with her boobs? I don't know. I don't really understand that. The finish was fine, but I don't really get it. Then Timeless Tony, this really personified why this match was so rotten, because Timeless Tony Storm runs out and Marina Shafir immediately kicks her, knocks her out. Okay, that's how she should be booked. Why did you spend this whole match making her just look like a normal wrestler where Shirakawa's dancing and couldn't care less, and also beating her ass? So she's at one point just a wrestler who the other person doesn't take seriously, and actually is getting almost submitted and all stuff. But at the same time, she's fucking unbeatable. It can just destroy your most over woman with a kick, who's completely fresh, and she can destroy two baby faces by herself. Just really bad storytelling here. Bad. Bucks and Kenny Omega backstage. Watching this, I just like, man, these guys look old and tired. And I think you could still get something out of like a Kenny Omega final run, but I don't know if there's anything left for the Bucks, to be honest. And I'm not a guy who hates the Bucks, but it's like you've done multiple face runs, you've done multiple heel runs. Can you do a final elite together run? I don't know. Just seems like I've seen this throughout the history of AEW. AEW's in an interesting point right now because they're kind of starting to like regurgitate stuff. It's like, this heel turn didn't work for Jack Perry. Let's just redo Jurassic Express. It's like, okay. The Bucks are stale as heels. Let's just put together the Elite again. It's like, okay, I guess. I don't know. Like, you can't just like reset everybody back to like, I don't know. You think people have to change. You can change them. Like a Jericho changed throughout time. He didn't just like, all right, now that didn't work. Let's just go back to whatever. Pac versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry. And so going into this match, I was like, oh God, I don't care about, but they won me over. This match was great. And at this point, I did think like there's too many tournament matches on here, but as a match, and really even there was some storyline within the match because both guys still had a chance to win, and I think there's a story to tell with both of them winning. So that was a great way to end the show. Actually, a great match. I like Pac's new look much better. I do think Jack Perry's a better babyface. Just going back to Jurassic Express is a little lame. So then we had Christmas and Collision or whatever this is called. Kyle Fletcher versus Jack Perry. So I kind of watch these back to back. I'm like, didn't I just see these guys? But or at least I just saw Jack Perry. So anyway, so again, fantastic match. This was even better than the Pac match, I think. Kyle Fletcher. I mean, this guy. I don't. You're hard pressed to find a better guy in AEW right now. I think. Really total package guy that you could build the whole company around. Just awesome. I'd be good with him and Takeshita being in the finals, and probably be Moxley, which I'm not against either. Because I do think if you do Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher, it's two guys basically on the same level, so whoever wins doesn't necessarily gain anything. I'm not sure about the blue and the gold league if that could even happen anyway, but If one of those two guys beats Moxley, I do think they actually gain something. So if you had Moxley lose to Kyle Fletcher or Takeshita in the finals, I think that would be the way to go. Then during this match, I was actually thinking, I've been writing my notes. I was like, why is it Kyle O'Reilly in this? Like, I don't think anything really of the guy, but they did an amazing job of building him up in the last few months versus Moxley, which was a surprise to me, but they did. And then bam, he's there and he's talking in the back to Roderick Strong. And I think as a segment, this really would have worked if they did it 2 weeks ago. But a pep talk when Roderick Strong has absolutely no shot of winning. He's already eliminated. Like, why? Who gives a fuck? Like, dude, like, so he's giving him a pep talk. Like, you have no shot of winning this, but, at least don't go out the biggest loser in the world. It's like, okay. If you would have gave him that pep talk 2 weeks ago after like 2 or 3 losses, and he still had a chance to win the tournament, but he had to win every single match, that's an angle. Then you have something. Then it's like, oh, wow, he's turned this around. He's got to win. He's got a second win. One more win, he has a shot, then he loses. Then you have something, and you'd also would have cared about the final match. But the way they did it, you didn't know. Takeshita versus Dorado. Dorado is doing some of the weakest shoulder tackles I've ever seen in my life. There was no contact, no momentum. I mean, literally, I could do a better shoulder tackle. This was not good. But then the match really picked up. Really, really fun match to watch. To contrast the styles, really, you have the luchador and a big Japanese guy. Awesome lariat off the top from Takeshita. Takeshita, for me, Takeshita is great. So Takeshita, Kyle Fletcher, 2 future guys in AEW, and or right now, I'll push them both right now. Then we had Roderick Strong and Claudio and all the stuff I've been saying. It's like, I don't like. Is it really that, like, if I beat this guy, he doesn't win, but I can't win? Like, who cares? It's freaking lame, honestly. At that point, you're just being a dick, really? Like, I want to stop this guy from winning, even though I have no shot of winning? I don't know. In a way, it's almost just like, let him win, I guess. So I had absolutely no interest in the match. So I honestly did not pay much attention. I'm sure, like, technically it was good. So I think Roderick won, but it's like, great, okay, cool. You won a match that, and you lost. You're still eliminated. So whoop-de-doo. And then a bunch of people ran out, I believe, and it broke down into a big fight. I don't know. Who cares? Pac versus Kevin Knight when time limit draw. I'm starting to get. I shouldn't have watched you shows 2 back to back. I was starting to get burnt out of wrestling, so I'm sure it was good. Pac's awesome. Kevin Knight's fine. I'm sure he's great in the ring. I just don't really care. It went time limit. Gabe Kidd promo with Darby Allin. So again, like, I guess did they tape these shows at the same day? So you did see a lot of the same stuff on these shows. I guess we were there live. And then we had I was like, who the hell is this? Hayam or Haya and Maya World? I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Versus the Babes of Wrath. So I was like, this is exactly how I imagine the women's tag champions going. You're gonna have the tag champs, and then you're going to have either just these random teams that no one's ever heard of, or you'll build one other team to be the challenger. My whole life, that's how these like fringe titles have gone. Like when they have a 6-man title, it's like you have one champion, and then you build one other trios, and they fight each other, and then then eventually no one cares. Sometimes a women's title's been like that, and I think women's wrestling's great at the moment. But like Medusa was champion back in the 90s. You had Medusa's great, and then you'd have one other woman there who would wrestle her. It would be Bull Nakano. It's like, yeah, that's great, but is there even a roster besides these two? I know. In the 80s, it was the Glamour Girls and the Jumping Bomb Angels. And that's some great matches, a great feud. But there was no other women's tag team. So the Glamour Girls aren't wrestling anybody else. The Jumping Bomb Angels aren't wrestling anybody else. And there's no other team to wrestle the winner of this feud once it ends. So what happens? They fizzle, the belts fizzle out and they disappear. So for this to actually work, you're going to have multiple women tag teams in programs on these shows. And they currently do not. You can't just bring up, jobbers that no one cares. Like, oh, wow, the Babes of Wrath are defending the belts versus Haya and Maya World. Like, ooh, I don't know. Some team we've never seen before. Oh, cool. That's awesome. And then I thought the night before was cringe, but then this might have been the worst thing I've ever seen on wrestling. It was the Babes of Wrath doing a Christmas story, and I was like, my God, if I wasn't doing the show tonight, I would have been like, all right, I've had enough. I would have shut this off. Or if this was the first time I ever watched it and that was the segment, I'd be like, wow, this is the worst wrestling show I've ever seen. It's freaking god awful. The Babes of Wrath as promos. Oh my God, just awful. And then we had Mox versus Orange Cassidy, which I thought was the main event, but it wasn't. Honestly, a great match. But we had like many, many matches here in these 2 nights that were very good. So you had I don't want to be a dick and like, obviously I'd rather see good matches than bad matches, but you have like all these great matches back to back. You kind of forget it. I'm sure I won't remember any of this stuff come tomorrow. I might not even remember if I didn't take notes right now. And that is something AEW should do is highlight this stuff. So if you have something really memorable, show some highlights of it. They should be showing highlights of the tournament every night. It doesn't have to be 20 minutes. You could show a minute recap of what happened in the tournament so far. Look, I've said this before, but the TLC matches were remembered because they would show highlights of them for years. The Hell in a Cell with Mick Foley, as memorable as that match was, if they never showed a highlight again, would you remember it? Maybe not. But they showed highlights of that every year for decades, every time before a Hell in a Cell. And it's integrated in our minds. So if they did that in AEW after like a great match, like, oh yeah, this is what happened. This is what happened. Oh, you remember a year ago when this match happened? You're like, oh yeah, that was pretty wild. It would just sink into your brain. There's no reason not to do it. But yeah, great stuff. I'm a fan of both guys. They work well together. And then the main event. I was like, this is the main event? Okada versus Speedball Mike Bailey. I'm like, ugh. But I'll be honest, this was a fun match. I'm not an Okada guy at all. I'm not a Speedball Mike Bailey fan, but every once in a while, Mike Bailey does have a really good match. I'm like, oh, maybe there is something there. It's just that whole look. I'm like, I don't know, man. He's got the mullet. And I don't know. Maybe I almost think he's got to be a heel. Like he's got to be like He thinks he's ironically cool. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, yeah, he's a good. I don't get it, but the match was fun. I'll give him that. All right, what's going on over here in the chat? So I haven't been watching what's going on. Swerve's new. Yeah, I don't know why they got. I mean, everyone loves. If you have music that like everyone loves and they do the dance to, I don't know why you change it. Yeah, the hair transplant's great. If hook me up, MJF. Wouldn't that be something if I just came on the show and had this big thick head of hair? You know how pissed Incher would be? He would be pissed. Merry Christmas. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Overstar. I appreciate that as well. Merry Christmas, Headyverse. Yes, Merry Christmas. All right, we're going to send out the link here if people would like to join us. I'm going to get to the questions. And then, by the way, Sunday, I will be live with Earl Skakel, stand-up comedian, and we are going to review AEW at World's End. We're going to review that show. Me and Earl Skakel. I believe Incher will be back next Tuesday. I hope, anyway. We'll see. I don't know. He's big timing me. All right, Stevie, what's up?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Steven. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
You have a nice Christmas?
Well, so I had to. Oh, thank you. Um, I had some recent health update.
Oh, I hope everything's all right.
Well, um, I'm being referred to an orthopedic surgeon for a possible surgery. So,
Oh, really?
yep. I had a.
I hope all that goes well, and hope it's nothing, you know.
Well, I was I was hit by a car in '98,
Oh,
and
damn.
yes, and just in 2024, my kind of mobility has been affected, and I'm kind of thinking it was related to that. So my my hip may need surgery either to repair it or to replace it, or anyway. We'll
Wow.
see. We'll see.
All right. Well, hopefully that goes well. I'm sorry to hear that. Was it Lexar? Or was it the same car that ran over Lexar? Is it someone just going after the Headyverse trying to run us all down? Because Lexar was run over by a car. I did it for you, Rock. All right. So anyway, well, all kidding aside, I hope we hope all that goes well. But now is our time, though. If any of us would like to take Steven out, you know, this would be my time to grapple with him. All right. So tonight, if you already have if you don't have a Royal Rumble number and you'd like to call in and get a Royal Rumble number, do so. Or you can also super chat and get yourself a Royal Rumble number, or send in a Venmo, or however you'd like to do it. But if you already do have a Rumble number, we are doing a second set of women's Rumble numbers. All right. We've got Jobs is also here. We haven't seen Jobs for another man who I don't think he was hit by a car, but he did break his leg when he's still healing from that. So what's on your mind, Jobs?
Just wanted to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy holidays. Just wanted to know what everybody's favorite either holiday themed wrestler or a holiday themed angle was.
I'll start. I'm gonna say Santa Claus. I was a big Santa Claus mark because he stole toys from the children, and he wore black and red, not white and red. I believe he was from the South Pole as well.
My personal favorite is that one time that Alberto Del Rio ran over Santa Claus.
Everybody.
Hell yeah. I'm probably the same guy who ran over Steven and Lexar.
Hey guys, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Jobo. We're going to give Jobs a number, and then we'll get to you. Everyone can stay here. Jobs. Whoa, number one.
All right.
I just want to say, everybody, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Well, thank you, Chobo.
And my favorite wrestling gimmick is Santa Claus.
Hell yeah, that's my boy.
Paul Mahoney, God rest his soul.
Santa Claus. So you're gonna get a women. I'll pick yours. I'll pick it right now. This is for the women's Rumble. Steven will also get one. This should be Steven, since I went in first. Steven, This is your women's Rumble. 25.
Hey, great. I got 24 in the men, 25 in the women.
Interesting. We're doing a little different this year.
I gotta pick my two picks for my Royal Rumble, Neil. I gotta pick Liv Morgan to win. Liv Morgan to win the Royal Rumble and Chris Jericho to win the men's.
So How many years have you been doing this Royal Rumble contest?
Since 2005, I believe.
So,
wow.
I've been in every single one, and I've never won.
Friends.
Jack.
So this is my year at number one.
Yes. And if you call in the future before the Rumble, you'll get a women's one. We're doing a little different this year. Chobo, your women's number is 20.
20, yeah. 20.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Chobo, I know you're a guy's in and out here. So what is on your mind, Chobo? And Merry Christmas. I hope you had a nice time and get some good presents.
I got me the 1986 copy of Sword of the Stone.
Really?
VHS. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Yeah, and I picked for the women in the men's Rumble, Liv Morgan and Chris Jericho.
All right, I like that.
Yeah, because Chris Jericho's coming back to WWE.
Break the walls down.
So, Jack, I would like to actually donate a prize this year to the Royal Rumble contest, if I could.
Yes.
I have a autographed Danhausen micro brawler.
Whoa, crap.
So I will go ahead and I will donate that to whoever the winner is.
All right, that will be the whoever wins the men's Rumble will get an autographed Danhausen, courtesy of Joe's.
Wow.
Wow, that's a really cool prize. If anyone else out there would like to donate prizes, let me know.
And Jack, I saw Avatar. I saw Avatar.
Hell yeah, the old Al Snow wrestler.
No, the movie, Avatar. It's 4 hours.
Damn. Did you watch all three back to back to back?
I watched two separately. I watched one when I was working at Regal in 2009. It was 3 hours. Second one was 3 hours, and the third one was 4 hours.
Damn.
And the fourth one's coming out in 2029.
It'll be 10 hours long, I heard.
10 hours long. Damn. And you know what I saw during the Avatar? I saw the coming soon for Avengers Doomsday. My boy Steve Rogers is back.
Yeah, I all right, Joe. I have a personal issue when they bring back. If you're gonna kill a character, you got to keep him dead.
Yep.
I think it's bullshit to bring back these dead guys. I'm not a fan of that in any form.
I'm a big fan of Steve.
It's just like, what are you even doing at that point? Who even
I don't
cares
know.
anymore?
I don't know.
I hate the multiverse. Fuck the multiverse.
The thing is that they're doing a Thor trailer, and next week we're gonna get an X-Men trailer.
Hell yeah.
I'm looking forward to Supergirl. I saw its trailers of Supergirl during Avatar. I had my 3D glasses.
Where's my Gru the Wanderer movie?
I don't know. Where's my Batman Brave and the Bold casting news? But we're not going to get that anytime soon.
Right.
Where's my Batman blue and silver suit?
Exactly.
I agree with you, Jack. I don't think that they should bring back characters from the dead. And I also wanted to shout out the time that you said that anytime a wrestler leaves a promotion, they should also kill that character off as well.
Exactly. I am a proponent of killing off characters, and then it actually means something. Then you're like, oh shit.
And I had macaroni and Coca-Cola for dinner.
Well, hell yeah.
And I had tortilla chips.
Coca-Cola diet. Yeah.
Having that Home Alone dinner.
Home Alone dinner, yes. So I'm doing good in everything.
White or yellow macaroni and cheese.
Yellow. You know, I'm watching Stranger Things right now. You know,
I only allow white cheese in my house.
I like yellow cheese. I like any kind of yellow cheese and Coca-Cola. You know, so I'm looking forward. And I'm trying to get the OnlyFans VHS. $100 they want. Uncle Paulie.
What? $100 for OnlyFans?
Yep.
Are they crazy? Why is that $100?
No, you gotta ask Uncle Paulie. Uncle Paulie and Aunt Angie.
Sopranos?
No, Uncle Paul Ragsdale. You gotta ask Uncle Paul Ragsdale and Aunt Angie that.
Is he just trying to does he think you're a rube or something?
No, he put that on
FD for like $20 or something.
You can get it was priced at $50, but it's $100.
So what he said, it's 50 for everybody, but for you, Chobo, it's 100.
Everybody on the Etsy site.
Well, why do you have to pay $100 if it's $50 for everybody else?
I don't know. Everybody,
Well, don't
not
do
just
that.
me.
He's trying to rob you.
I know. Uncle Paul, I got to talk to him about that, whenever I get the chance.
I've had him on the podcast.
Nice guy. Nice guy. Nice guy.
Not
Uncle.
if he's taking advantage of you.
I want to be in his movies. One day I want to be in his movies,
Yeah, but what is he going to be? Like, it'll be $500 to be in the movie?
I don't know. Uncle Paul is a nice guy. And I'm up to 2018 in my memoirs.
All right.
Thank you.
Good. But don't
Thank
let
you.
someone take advantage of you, Chobo.
All right, no
if
problem.
It's $50, don't pay the guy $100 for it.
All right.
Oh. I was trying to find. I can't find it for sale.
Hell yeah.
I know this man. I know OnlyFans movie. I know a lot of people in it. Kansas Bowling. But I don't like to see people get taken advantage of.
Is that like the ultimate Irish goodbye when you're just in the middle of a sentence and you leave?
I think so, yeah. Dave Deadman is here. David Deadman, yeah.
Merry Christmas.
I'm gonna put this up for vote. Should Dave Deadman be allowed to get a Royal Rumble number?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna give him. If I see Lexar giving a thumbs up, I think that's okay.
This is my year. I'm gonna win from number one.
Dave Deadman. This is the only guy who's getting a number without videoing in or paying some money.
I'm gonna win from number one, just like Shawn Michaels did, and he's the only person that ever did that.
Number 20. No, I know we picked 20 a minute ago, but that was for the women's. This is for the men's. Dave Deadman. This will get confusing after a while. We have it all handwritten here. Old school. All right. The list. So, Steven, we hope you're okay. We'll get back to you. Lexar, what's on your mind, my buddy, my friend, my pal, my amigo?
Not much. Still haven't watched any modern wrestling today. Just watch old classic stuff from TNA Plus, TNA.
You're like one of those old men. You're like,
TNA
back
channel.
in my day.
Mhm.
Watching George Hackenschmidt.
Yep. Just watched
Stanislaus
WrestleMania from
Nabisco.
10 years ago, from 2015, when Seth Rollins cashed in the Money in the Bank.
When Steven's first match he went to live, it was Ed Strangler Lewis. His Farmer
That's
Burns.
awesome.
Holy
Turn of
shit!
the century. The turn of the 1900s. You can't even say turn of the century anymore. People just think, oh yeah, that's not that long ago, 25 years ago.
25 years ago, yeah.
I wonder if he went to the old Madison Square Garden from back in the day.
No, I wasn't built yet.
They had like 4 Madison Square Gardens when I read it.
He was at the Coliseum back in
Oh, okay. The Civic Center.
It was 147-minute Broadway.
No, if you want to know the truth, it was Cactus Jack and Dustin Rhodes versus Rick Rude and
That
Paul
can't be the
Orndorff.
first match you saw.
Yeah, no, this was the main event of the house show I went to.
Oh, okay. I was
It
because the
was a
first
house
match
show for
it's probably got to
WCW.
be like
Yeah,
it's probably
The-
Dick Bockwinkel or something.
The first show that I went to was a house show, and it was main evented by Undertaker and Farouk in a steel cage.
The first one I went to was a King of the Ring before it was a televised pay-per-view. It was used to be an annual house show tournament, and it was it came down to Macho Man and King Kong Bundy, which was a pretty cool show, honestly.
And if there were any doubt that wrestling was predetermined in my mind, the main that show was on a Sunday, and like I said, the main event was Undertaker versus Farouk in a steel cage, and the very next night on Raw, the same match main evented, and it was beat for beat the same match.
Yeah, Meltzer. Like I know Meltzer gets a lot of like disdain today. It's some of it, I get it, whatever. But that's something he always would talk about in the old Observers because it was something that not all wrestling companies would do, but WWF always did. Was they would do the same exact matches on all like they like you're saying they would be the same match. It wouldn't be like let's go out there and have a different match. It'd be the same exact match.
Yeah, it was beat for beat the exact same spots.
And the idea is like, oh, no one will know, but I mean, something, if you watch it at a show and then you see it on TV, you're gonna know.
Yeah.
So Lexar, what's on your mind?
Like I said, just watching classic wrestling.
Oh,
I'm still without
classic
cable.
wrestling.
I'm still without cable though, and looks like I'm probably going to be without cable until the brand new year, and hopefully I'll bring it back in time before TNA makes its grand debut on the AMC. So I can watch it
TNA.
live.
Nothing says American movie classics like TNA wrestling.
Isn't that weird? Like all these channels, none of it means anything. It's like sci-fi. It's not really any science fiction on there.
You know, you can learn about polyamory on the Learning Channel.
It's
Yeah,
on Max
MTV. There's no
TV.
music.
Hey,
So
man,
my advice, if you open a channel, just call it, whatever. Don't put any type of genre in your title. Just call it the channel or something.
I was hoping TNA will be on Bravo Network with the Housewives and Andy Cohen.
Why?
I don't know, just to see the Housewives at ringside, just like cheer and like boo and all that stuff. Be wrestling.
That sounds really great.
Yeah, they will like cover their faces and then cringe and then laugh and smile and all that stuff. That'd be great.
Yeah, it sounds.
I would say like Teresa Giudice, like cheer for. You remember her? She used to be in jail.
Who?
Honestly, I don't know. Well, what did you say, Lisa Chivici?
Teresa Giudice?
Teresa Giudice.
Google. Who the fuck is that?
Lisa
The woman
Vanderpump
got arrested and thrown in jail.
Yeah, she was arrested
like
a couple of years ago.
But who is she? Is she just like a neighbor?
She's a housewife from Jersey.
Why would I know that?
Lexar's neighbor.
Oh yeah. Well, we're not really neighbors. We're just like because she lives in a different county than I do.
All right. Okay, Lexar, you're gonna get a women. You got a number last week, right?
No, I didn't get a number
last
week.
You didn't get a number last week. All right.
I don't know.
Jackson's pissed. I gave Jackson as a number, didn't he?
Well, he needs to zoom in. Stop being a bitch.
He should call in and stop being a loser.
Yeah, don't be a bitch, Jackson.
Yeah,
you
get in here.
piece of shit.
Dumb motherfucker.
Lexar.
Good number. I'm gonna choose Bailey because she's been very horribly underrated.
That right now you're just in the men's. You gotta.
Okay, so I don't know who. I guess Mark Henry, I guess, or something.
Mark Henry.
I don't know. He's still in the roster. I haven't been watching WWE for that much.
Look, you haven't watched it in 2 months. You didn't have. It's like you're acting like you haven't watched it in 15 years or something.
Yeah, because
I was watching it 2 months ago. Are the Highlanders still there?
That's all I could watch from classic wrestling because all I have is like I'm gonna cancel my Peacock subscription soon once the network disappears from the site. So all I have now is the TNA channel. So I guess Sonic Siaki could make a return.
You have a smart TV, and the only channel it has is the TNA channel. There's no other channel.
Well, it has dozens of apps.
Doesn't really sound like a smart TV to me.
It's a
sounds
smarter.
like your TV's on the spectrum to me.
It has dozens and dozens of apps. Like
I mean, the best thing. So I will say the best thing about TNA is that you can watch all the overacts on NXT, so you don't actually have to watch TNA.
I guess.
All right, we're gonna give Jonathan Jackson a number because he is a regular super chatter. He does support the channel.
Bullshit. That's bullshit.
That is fucking gay.
Here we go, Jackson. Plus, he's returning champion.
Hope this is an early number.
Whoa!
Oh,
yeah, 30.
Number 30.
Fucking
nice.
Rigged.
Damn.
The coveted number 30.
Has anyone ever actually won at 30?
Yeah.
God, I hope number
The
30
Undertaker
is like
did.
fucking.
Oh yeah.
John Cena.
Number 30
you
has
know-
produced the same amount of numbers that number 1 has.
Okay.
I
So if
was
it,
there in attendance. I was there in attendance when Cena won the Royal Rumble at the
Yeah,
Garden.
Cena won at 30.
Yeah.
all right. All right. But to be eligible to win the prize, Jackson, you have to send us some money. That's the way that's gonna work. Otherwise,
me
he's just
money.
gonna win bragging rights.
How is that a prize if you have to pay for it?
What's on your mind, Michael Petrelli?
Oh, hi. Merry Christmas, guys. My first wrestling show was a steel cage main event also. It was Stone Cold versus Chris Jericho on an episode of Raw. Yeah,
Oh,
that was a
that's
really
a good
good
one.
match. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying, Jack, about the tournament in AEW. I much prefer an elimination tournament. The
Yeah, it
round
just goes
robin
on
kind of goes on
forever.
too long.
Yeah, it's just like it's
Yeah.
never ending. And then you get matches like if it was a single elimination, it's not so bad to have like Knight and some of these job dudes in there. I know they're not job guys, but they're low end guys. But when it's a round robin, I have to see him wrestle like multiple times. It's like I know this guy's not going to win. Why have to see him, have multiple matches in this tournament for? If it's a single elimination, you could have him have an upset in the first round. Like, oh wow, that's unexpected, and then he gets beat in the second round or whatever. Or and as the thing goes on, it's down to your top guys. Like if you're gonna do the round robin, in my opinion, it has to be everyone that's like, it has to be like all like top tier guys.
Yeah, and it is kind of weird to see a dead crowd in Hammerstein Ballroom. I always remember the ECW shows; the crowd was going crazy.
Well,
Back in
it
the
wasn't
day.
dead the entire show. There was a lot of stuff that was really over, but then like some of the matches they were dead. Like they were really into Kyle Fletcher and Orange Cassidy match, but then
I didn't
like,
see that one.
When it was like Dorado versus like whoever, they were pretty dead because like who gives a fuck? And Dorado's good, but it's just like he's not gonna win it. It's like him versus like Roderick Strong or something. Like who the fuck could care about this? Plus Roderick Strong, he had no chance of winning. He was just wrestling to not be the biggest loser in the world. Like who gives a fuck? Like that's not good. Has this helped him? He wasn't like very over anyway. Now it's like, oh yeah, this is the guy that finally won a match. Like now, as I said earlier, if they did the Kyle O'Reilly pep talk 2 weeks ago, and then he won and he still had a shot, then you have like a story. But he gives them a pep talk when he has literally no chance of winning. Like, why? And why was it Kyle O'Reilly in this? They spent the last 3 months promoting this guy and honestly did a good job. I never really thought you could get the guy over, but they did a good job. Why not have him in this? He wasn't even in it. I haven't even seen him in weeks. And all of a sudden he pops up to give his loser friend a pep talk.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I'm looking forward to the pay-per-view on Saturday, though. I'm glad MJF is in the main event.
Yeah, it's
going,
a good
Jack?
And
Are you
honestly,
going?
Michael Petrelli, I got to ask you this because some people in the group are very mad at me. The Babes of Wrath. This is fucking terrible. This is cringe. This is cringe at the cringiest. This is. I don't want to spoil the headies, but it's getting my vote for the most embarrassing thing in wrestling. I'm like, I see this on TV. I'm like, I shouldn't be watching this. What is going on?
I was hoping Julia Hart and Sky Blue would win. And Tekla. I think Tekla should be the champion over Chris Statlander.
I 100% agree with that. The Babes of Wrath.
A terrible name for a tag team.
Then they're talking about a Christmas story and they're chanting Babes of Wrath and dancing like two complete fucking idiots.
I haven't seen that yet. It's still airing here in California. But
it was literally, it was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
I remember one of those TNA Impact episodes from like 2007 or 2008 when Eric Young was like talking to dogs during the beginning of it. It was a really horrible one.
Look, I'm sure there's worse stuff, but it's up there for one of the worst. Then I put this in the group. Like some people are fine. They're like, I think it's fun. It's fine if you like it, but then some people are just like, And I do think this is a problem. There are not everyone, because I'm an AEW fan, but there are some AEW fans that are like you can never say
You
anything
can't
about
criticize
it.
anything.
Yeah, like because then you don't even watch a show. It's like it's literally the only wrestling show I watch every week. You can't just say I don't watch it. Like there's no way you could possibly not like them unless you just don't watch it. And then this other dude is like, they I don't even understand what this means. Seriously, they might be 8 years of wrestling experience between the two of them. Calm down. What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know.
They had 2 months of wrestling experience. They're on TV multiple times a show. It's embarrassing. They could be 20-year veterans or 2 months. It doesn't change the fact it's terrible. They're on the show. And this guy, that's who they've been, and that's what's gotten them over. Tell me you don't.
They're not
watch,
over. I don't
and
think.
I believe it. I don't think so either.
Are they over?
Just to some hornballs who will just drop trows at anything that any women out there start vigorously slapping their yam bags. So Steven might like him. No, I'm kidding.
Oh man, jeez. Steven out here just catching strays.
I kid because I love Steven. All right. Michael Petrelli, do you have a number?
Yeah, I got number 8 from the men's rumble.
Number.
He vigorously slapped
Okay.
your bag.
I think AJ Lee should win the women. She's pretty over.
29.
Oh
Dang.
wow!
Oh, that's a pretty good number.
Yeah.
Better than my men's number.
I just want to reiterate that you've been doing this contest for 20 years, and I've entered every year, and I've never won.
Yeah, and I think like Jackson's won it multiple times.
I won
there's
it
a couple
once,
people
right?
who won it multiple times. I don't know.
I won it once, right?
We should.
think.
The only problem with losing the blue guy was he did just remember everything that's ever happened on the show.
Yeah, he was the Jim Cornette of In Your Head.
Since it's in Saudi Arabia, I'd love to see the Miz eliminate CM
I
Punk.
forgot it's in Saudi Arabia.
I think that'd be good.
Oh, that sucks. It's in Saudi Arabia. I forgot about that. Oh man,
I feel bad for the women.
Yeah.
So-
I think the lady in the bodysuit's gonna win.
that's
Yeah.
what I want. Oh man, that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. Cena did an interview with Cody Rhodes on Cody Rhodes' podcast, and Cody Rhodes asked Cena what his favorite moment in his career was, and Cena said it was CM Punk apologizing to Saudi Arabia.
Can you? No, come on. Like, could you imagine even saying that with a straight face? Like, good Lord.
Like it was just 2 hours of two guys just not answering questions, like just skirting. Cena is a master at just not answering any questions that are thrown at him. So,
Yeah, it's so bad.
but yes, that's his favorite moment was CM Punk apologizing to Saudi Arabia.
That is so rotten.
What a bunch of cucks! They're all a bunch of cucks.
That's so bad.
They love that Saudi money, that blood money.
How much money is it? How much money are they going to pay John Cena to come out of retirement?
I
$1.2
don't know. I
billion.
think he probably won't. He won't right away, but I could see him coming back.
Yeah, he's gonna. I mean, he's gonna like now that CM Punk has come back and kissed the Saudi ring. Like nothing is off the table anymore.
No, because I honestly would not have thought that.
He was like the most principled guy about that kind of stuff, and then he's
It was bad enough him even come back to WWE, but under the circumstances, I was like, all right, I get it. But when he came out there and he's like, I'm back home, I was like, oh my God. But then to do the Saudi show and not even just to do it is as bad as you can get. But then to be out there and apologize, and he's like, oh my God, I've lost all respect for this guy. And he's one of my all-time favorite wrestlers.
say that it wasn't political. His comment wasn't political.
And plus, he needs to make up for that last match against Gunther. That smiling thing while he's choking out.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
I like that. I like that he spent his 22-year career saying never give up, and the last moment in the ring he gives up.
And I knew some
With
of
a
those
goofy
guys
smile on his face.
because if that would have happened in AEW, the group of people that the old time WWE guys that just the old wrestlers who want to either get back to WWE or just kiss their ass, they would have been like, "This is destroying the business. It's the worst thing that's ever happened." If a guy had a big smile on his face in the main event of a big match, or even just in a big match while they're getting choked out, but Cena does it, and they all try to come up with some reasoning why this was like great psychology. I'm like, come on, just admit that was bad.
And then the audience just shits on it immediately after the match.
Yeah, I know some people think that, and I know they try to like, oh, this was good or whatever, or this is good heel heat. It's not, because they were shitting on the company and the guy who runs it, the guy who writes it.
It's not good heel heat when they boo the booker.
No.
They're not booing Gunther. They're booing the guy that booked the match.
Yeah. And then he's got the big smile, and I'm like, I don't know, dude. It always takes a while for business to start to go down. Like before Nitro really plummeted, there was a while where people were like, this isn't good anymore. You know what I mean? It's not like 1 week we don't like this and then they stop going, but seems like a lot of the fans have been turning on WWE.
Well, a lot of fans are turning on the booking, and also they're pricing all of their fans out of attending the shows. Some of those front row fans probably paid $7,000 for those tickets, and they watched John Cena give up after saying never give up for 22 years.
And I listen. We've always heard the time honored tradition stuff, and then I actually was listening to Meltzer. I was like, you know what? He's right. Honestly, almost all big name wrestlers actually won on their retirement match.
Yeah.
It's actually more rare for the guy to lose. It's like if he was going for the world title, it's a little different or something. But then and I thought about it, and I was just like, last week, I was like, why not just have Cena win? He's like the longtime baby face. He's the biggest star of the last 20 years. People are paying a fortune to be there. What does it hurt just to have him beat? It wasn't for a major title or anything.
I don't think Cena winning hurts Gunther, and I don't think Gunther winning benefits him either.
I think him winning, you could do he's going to retire the legends or something. But you didn't even have to do Gunther. You could have had him wrestle anybody, you know what I mean, and win. So yeah, and it really, the days of if you just lose all the time, it hurts you. But the days of one match losing one match hurting you, it's really over, especially when it's versus one of the all-time well-known people.
Well, just the entire farewell tour was just horrible. All of it was bad. Just the stupid heel turn, and then JK, I'm not really a heel, and it's just
yeah, the heel turn itself, that was a cool moment, but all the follow-up was just rotten.
And then Rock was like, fuck, I don't want to do this anymore, and just left. And
what an asshole.
And I agree 100%, Dave Deadman. I would just call someone a liar who told me that the Sting retirement tour was worse. That was way better.
Sting's last match was fucking awesome. It was great.
Yeah. Imagine how deflated you'd be if he would have if Sting would have tapped out to the Bucks in that match or just get knocked out. You'd have been like, what the hell? That sucks.
They would have hit him with a Meltzer driver, and he would have smiled as he hates it. Meltzer would have given it 7 stars.
Yeah. Only that was in the Tokyo Dome.
All right, what's on your mind, Goosey?
Not much. I do have to say, I don't want to spoil Steven's Raw report, but Becky Lynch's gimmick is probably the best gimmick in wrestling right now.
Really?
Oh, man.
She's basically Donald Trump. And his Truth Social posts.
She's a pedophile?
No. Well, that. Well, if you ever see
sex with Seth Rollins.
Yeah, if you ever see
I
Trump's
hope so. It's
posts
her
on
husband.
Did
Truth
Trump have
Social.
sex with Seth Rollins?
So what was she doing, Goose? I'm sorry.
If you've ever seen Trump's posts on his fucking Truth Social or whatever it is, she's basically just recreating his social media
Did she
posts.
attack Rob Reiner?
Yeah. Well, she attacked Adam Pierce.
You should talk
She'll
about
attack-
like Becky Lynch derangement syndrome.
How many times did she fly on Epstein's private jet?
Yeah.
She'll attack Gorilla Monsoon.
Vince McMahon's fucking island over here. McMahonstein or whatever.
That actually would be amazing if they made like Vince McMahon like Epstein in the show. That'd be awesome. I'd start watching. I'd watch every week if that happened.
Release
Like,
of
oh, this-
McMahon files.
That's what Russo should do on the ICP show.
Who's on the McMahon files? Val Venus,
I mean, they kind of did release the
Laurinaitis.
files.
China,
We found out he likes to shit on people during sex.
Pat Patterson.
Oh my god, that'd be great. The McMahon Island, yeah, that'd be awesome. Then they could show old pictures of like different like you were seen with Vince McMahon on his plane. and-
Yeah. You got pictures of Hulk Hogan, Vince McMahon, and like a 7-year-old girl.
Damn, this is a good angle.
Jesus Christ, dude. 7? You couldn't have said like 14 or 15. You
And
could
with
have-
cancer?
The Ultimate Warriors in there. Maybe Randy Savage could like hang out with young Stephanie.
Oh yeah,
McMahon.
well we.
Oh
yeah,
man.
Jesus.
No,
Now we're
there's
getting into
that would be part
reality.
of
Yeah.
the Vince files. The secret story of Macho Man and Randy Savage.
Macho Man locking
Stephanie
Elizabeth in a
McMahon
closet
and
so nobody will look at her.
This is gonna be your women's Royal Rumble number. Number 12. Goosey.
Cool. I'll probably get like Lash Legend or something.
I tried to get Lash LaRue on the show years ago. It didn't work out, which I'm still kind of like mad about. Like, what the fuck you doing, Lash LaRue? Not like you got anything else going on.
Who the fuck do you think you are?
All right. What's on your mind, Mr. Reddy?
I don't know. It's been a long day. Nothing on my mind.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Goosey, as well. And the whole everyone out there. And everyone.
I left you some lyrics inspired by your yesterday's conversation.
Oh, what was my conversation?
I did one song about Final Girl something.
Okay.
There was shit. What was the other one? I don't know. They're both there.
All right, I'll check them
You
out.
inspired me yesterday. That's all I can really
I'm a
say.
very inspiring man.
Yeah.
You
I did
are.
a random pop-up show last night. It had like almost 900 views. I don't know. The chat was packed, and Jackson was pissed. He's like, "What the fuck? All these Johnny-come-latelys?" He's yelling at him.
Is he the new LeBlue guy?
Yeah. I don't know. We got to slap Jackson around a little bit. I think. Need some humbling.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Gonna humble that man.
Know your place.
We need
Know
to
your
cheek him.
role.
We need to cheek him. Before we
Yeah,
humble
yeah.
him, we need to fuck him in the ass.
Give him an awful waffle.
He's gonna go on the
go
Vince
first.
McMahon files here.
Oh yeah, send him to McMahon Island.
All right, so here's your. Who do you want to win the women's rumble? Like Moolah or something?
Pula.
Number 14. Well, I don't think Reddy's watched wrestling since like 1982 or something.
Yeah, pretty much. When it was good. So it was these I went back in time then.
Betty wants Wendy Victor.
I really
think
thought
mine-
that I really did think they were going to bring in Wendy Richter into AEW when Tony Storm used to talk about her all the time.
Mhm.
That is weird to bring her up all the time when there was no like you. I assume like they had something playing.
Maybe she asked for too much money.
It could be.
No way. That Mark Tony Khan would have paid her whatever she wanted.
That's true. It would have been fun. We love Jonathan Jackson.
We do. We love him so much.
That's why one of us wants to fuck him in the ass.
Well, that's good. That's good.
And-
At least it's done. At least it's done with love.
Let's see. Incher was showing me he got some kind of like sex doll or something.
Whoa!
It was like some weird doll and it had like a hole in its ass. I was like, is this like some kind of sex doll or something?
That was his Christmas present today.
Yeah.
I love that you're saying this without him here to defend himself. Like this.
Who gave him that?
I don't know. Maybe Juju. I don't know.
Yeah.
Heard you got a fuck doll for Christmas.
Well, I don't know. Why else would a doll have a hole in the ass? I just assume it's to like have sex with. What other reason is there?
I don't know. There's a logical explanation, and I feel so
I
bad.
don't know the deal on thread.
This is why he should be here.
Yeah, he's skipping out on us.
Well, he's got the
I'll
doll with the
show
hole
you.
in his ass, so he won't be here for like a long time.
Spending time with his
Yeah,
family.
he's busy.
Yeah.
See, look.
Yeah, I mean that's for fucking. What else could it be for?
Yeah. That's the
I think
front,
that doll's been to Epstein Island.
and that's the back. Some weird ass shit going on there with the Incher. But we wish him well.
Yeah, I don't.
Whoa!
That doll's got nothing but trouble ahead of it.
We got a ready heel turn here tonight.
Lexar, do you have any sex toys?
No.
Don't ask. Don't ask.
Have you ever asked Santa for one?
No.
You can stand that dollar when you sit on his lap.
You
No,
do have,
I sit on laps of strippers. Or they sit on my laps.
You
You
sit
do
on their
have-
laps. You give them lap dances.
Well,
You do have-
he does have a thing for those
Stealing
trans
other people's bras.
strippers we saw on the
That
floor.
they
there.
used to strip.
you do have the face of a guy who owns several pocket pussies. I will say.
He
You gotta
calls
look
it
him
his
up now, for
collection.
sure. All right, I'm not going to ask everybody. Anything else before we get to
Michael Petrelli, do you have any?
if there was going
No.
to be like a wrestling related one, like who would you want it to be?
Sonny.
All right.
Sonny now.
He has a
Yeah, the
fat
classic
foot. He
Sonny.
is like jail.
You've got to blow into a breathalyzer to get it to start.
we hope she's doing all right.
I don't think she is.
It was their fault.
Who's your favorite diva that's committed vehicular manslaughter?
You know, back in the day when she was on the show, Missy Hyatt called in and Sonny just went, she was like very, she just like, oh, why don't you go blow your boyfriend? And Missy Hyatt was like, okay. And she left. And then like,
I remember that.
yeah, but now looking back, who's in a better position? Missy Hyatt's not in prison.
I mean,
Man,
Missy
we don't
Hyatt's
know
got
what
to be like
position
fucking the
Sonny's
Grand
in
Canyon.
prison.
What's Missy Hyatt doing? I haven't heard of her for a long time.
She's doing like fan conventions.
Oh, that's cool. That's good.
And she plays our reenactment games.
She
I
does?
saw she was on some podcast bearing Eric Bischoff.
Oh,
That's the last time I've
cool.
seen her.
That's cool.
Good.
I'll
Fuck
have
Eric
to reach
Bischoff.
out. Maybe get it back on. I like
He's got a
Missy Hyatt.
book.
The book's old though, isn't it? From the 90s?
It just
She
came
really
on
cool.
Audible.
Cauliflower Alley Club just did a roast of Mick Foley, and she was at that.
Those I'm surprised they still try those roasts. No one takes jokes more personally than wrestlers.
It was weird because I watched a clip of it, and like it was the roast of Mick Foley, and like nobody there you would link to Mick Foley. It was like B. Brian Blair and like
Oh yeah, the great B. Brian Blair McFoley feud.
yeah, remember their great feud? Yeah.
You might have wrestled them like when Foley was like a jobber and they were the Killer Bees.
Yeah, and the Godfather was there. Well, they were like in the company around the same time. I don't think they ever were like. Jake Roberts was there.
Well, Jake, I associate with
And it's
Foley.
the wrestling roast. It's either like they insult someone and then they get like personally like really offended, or they just talk around. They just sit around saying how great everybody is, and that's not what a roast is at all.
Yeah, they said that. Foley said that the last time he was at one of those roasts, he almost got into a fight over Missy Hyatt with New Jack. So,
okay.
I would like to do a roast on.
That'd
In
have
Your
been
Head.
entertaining.
The roast. Who would be a good person to roast? Lexar?
you literally roast Inter every week.
Yeah.
Like, you just got done talking about how he's going to fuck a doll. So,
Yeah, well, that's just the reality. I think. I don't know. Allegedly.
Hey, that doll was hot. And we all know it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a gaping butthole. I mean, it's just asking for it.
it's got a knobs butthole on it.
All right. Should we get to the Raw report?
Oh yeah.
Speaking of gaping
Raw.
buttholes, Monday Night Raw.
That's how you should rank it, from gaping butthole to like
The Monday Night Raw.
nice tight ass. I don't know. Let's see. Here we go.
Wait a minute.
And we, after our 2 hours, or 2 hour wait, let's get to the Raw report.
No fucking Inter. Raw report.
Well, I don't think we had any gaping buttholes on Monday Night Raw, but
I am out then.
Yeah, fuck it. With terrible show.
Becky Lynch.
But Monday Night Raw came to you from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
The gaping butthole of the United States of America.
And we had the normal Raw announcers weren't there. So we had Michael
I
Cole
just realized something real quick. This will be the year that Jobs wins, because the prize is something that he already owns.
God damn it.
Go on, Steven. I'm sorry.
So the normal Raw announced team is not there. So we get, I think, the SmackDown announced team, Michael Cole and Corey Graves. They're there. So they do the last week on Raw video recap of Austin Theory being revealed as the Masked Man. The pre-show
Cornette was really throwing babies in the air over that guy. You know, Cornette, like if you listen to his like views on who the best people are, the last like in modern day, it's all like just real like nobodies. It's like Matt Taven and
so he's
Theory and like Roderick Strong and like Jesus. And then he's like really against, like Kevin Owens. Like when he was, when he had control in Ring of Honor, it's like, I don't want to push Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn and like push all these, J Browns. And like the Damager or something.
Oh, Doug Basham.
Yeah, Doug Basham. All right, go on, Steve.
So they immediately announce that the main event will be a tag team match of CM Punk, the world champion, with Rey Mysterio, and they're going to take on the Vision. And they didn't. I don't know if they announced the name. They just said 2 members of the Vision. So then there's immediately a Vision segment with Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, the Braun Bronze, and then Austin Theory shows up and he has a little segment there with Paul Heyman, and basically, I don't know. I think this is like dead on arrival from the start. I mean, And I was really complimentary of like Triple H's booking when he was in NXT. Really, actually, that's when I met him. I think he was still booking NXT, and I complimented on him and complimented him on it, and he acknowledged it. And when he came up to Monday Night Raw, again, I thought when he first started it, it was a breath of fresh air from Vince McMahon. But now, I mean, if this is his latest booking decision to push Austin Theory, like, no, it's dead on arrival.
I agree 100%.
So then they do another last week on Raw with Asuka misting Rhea Ripley, and that leads into the opening match of the night, Rhea Ripley taking on Asuka. And basically before that, Rhea Ripley tells Io Sky, I can't protect you, you're not medically cleared, so you got to stay in the back. So she goes out by herself, and Kairi Sane is with Rhea Ripley. And so Rhea Ripley and Asuka have a match. Kairi Sane does sort of interfere, and Rhea Ripley keeps trying to get the riptide on Asuka, but Asuka keeps getting out of it. Finally, Kairi Sane interferes again, and this does finally bring out Io Sky, who comes down to the ring. She tries to help Asuka, but I think Asuka rolled up Rhea Ripley. I mean, Kairi Sane tripped up Io Sky, took her down, just distracted Rhea Ripley. Asuka rolled her up, grabbed the tights. Good old-fashioned heel win. 1, 2, 3. The winner of the match is Asuka. And the heels scamper away, celebrating the victory. Well, Rhea Ripley, she should be pissed at Io Sky for coming down. There's a backstage segment back to the Vision. I think you had the Braun Brawns questioning Paul Heyman about and Heyman makes the argument that to Bronson Reed, you went from nobody to main eventing the Australian show by beating Roman Reigns. He says to Braun Breaker, a year ago, you weren't in the title picture, and now you're going to be in the main event to the first Raw on Netflix for 2026. And so this is basically his reasoning for why he's taking on Austin Theory. Backstage segment with Maxine Dupree after the commercial break. They promoted John Cena's appearance on Cody Rhodes' podcast. Then there was another last week on Raw segment with Gunther. And then so I think then Becky Lynch is coming down to the ring, and yeah, she's so I'm not sure if Becky Lynch is injured, because basically she cut another promo,
promo on what?
So I guess, yeah. So initially it was supposed to be Maxine Dupree coming down to the ring to celebrate winning the Intercontinental title, but Becky Lynch comes down and says, no, there'll be no celebration. She's not a legitimate champion. It does kind of sound like Donald Trump. I did not lose this match. She did complain about Adam Pearce. If you don't fix this, she's gonna talk to the big wigs at Netflix. She puts down the crowd in Grand Rapids, Michigan. The crowd's yelling, "You suck!" at her.
You suck.
And this finally brings out Maxine Dupree. She comes down to the ring, and they get into a confrontation. And Maxine is her big move is now the ankle lock, and she sort of adds that what Kurt Angle does when she grapevines the legs, and she got Becky Lynch down, grapevine the leg, put the ankle lock on. Becky Lynch was trying to get out of it. Finally, she taps, and Maxine sort of gets the better of her. But they did announce that, I think that's also on the card. For the first Raw on Netflix will be a rematch. I think they're having that rematch on there. I'm just wondering if it's only a matter of time before Becky Lynch gets that belt back. But because Maxine's getting better, but I don't know. I think this is where that direction that story is going. We get a backstage segment, first appearance of Adam Pearce with Javon Evans, talking about what's going to happen to him. Then Stephanie Vecker wants she wants to take on both Raquel Rodriguez and Nikki Bella and defend her title against both of them. Coming back from the commercial break, they announced that the next Saturday night's main event in January will come from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. La Belle Province de Quebec.
Will you be going, Stephen?
Oh, so
That's a long way from you, isn't it?
it's a long way. Yes, it's a long train ride from Toronto to Montreal. I'll tell you, I've taken that train ride too. So we get a video of the Usos coming back to the tag team division. They announced that the next Raw, the tag team titles will be on the line. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee will take on the Usos. Finally, we get the next match. Rayo Americano, accompanied to the ring by Bravo Americano and El Grande Americano, taking on Javon Evans. And this was a showcase for Javon Evans. He easily won this match with the OG cutter. Fantastic move. Timing was just right, I guess. And pinned the masked guy, and his push continues. My favorite backstage interviewer, and she should be yours. Kathy Kelly is back on Raw, interviewing AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, talking about facing the Usos. Backstage segment: CM Punk and Rey Mysterio warming up. Then we get another promo from Braun Breaker on video, and this leads into Nikki Bella. So Nikki Bella has a rant. I think that they tried to play this off as an unexpected thing where she just shows up at ringside and rants. She also puts down the crowd in Michigan with some football references, and then she says she's going to destroy Stephanie Vecker's reign as champion. And then I think that was it. She was just there for a few minutes to complain. Coming back, we get Bailey with Lyra Valkyria taking on Roxanne Perez. She has Liv Morgan at ringside. And at some point, Raquel Rodriguez showed up. But this kind of didn't help didn't help Roxanne Perez at all, because I think Bailey, I think she won this match. Yeah, she hit the Macho Man elbow, top rope elbow, and pinned Roxanne Perez. And then afterwards, the Judgment Day girls were complaining to each other. And then they announced they announced another match for the first Raw on Netflix. It was a tag team match. Io Sky and Rhea Ripley will challenge the Kabuki Warriors for the tag team titles. So they're really stacking this first match on for 2026. They're really stacking the show with tag title matches. I think there's about 3 of them. It might be a fourth. Actually, it might be 4. I think they eventually run down the card, but I think it is at least 3, maybe 4 title matches on that show. So we got, back in the Vision's locker room.
Double vision.
And so we go from the Vision's locker room to the Judgment Day clubhouse. I mean, just backstage segment after backstage segment after backstage segment. Long stretches of time in between matches. Like, because when you get back to the ring, do we have a match? No, we have Gunther coming down to the ring. Smiling Gunther. Like, I don't know what you guys think about it, but because he beats John Cena and the crowd is booing him all the time, he really doesn't have to do much now. All he has to do, come down to the ring, maybe jump on the turnbuckles and laugh and smile and gloat, and the crowd just is going nuts, booing him. And so he did a lot more of that. Loud "You suck" chants at him.
You suck. You suck.
But Gunther, I mean, I guess because he's got this win under his belt, I mean, he continues to he says no. His closing line was, you shouldn't be mad at me. You should be mad at the guy who tapped out like a little bitch, referring to John
That's
Cena.
true.
Mm-hmm.
And this brings out CM Punk. So CM Punk comes down to the ring and does a stare down with Gunther. And this sort of woke up the crowd a bit. And I'm kind of thinking eventually, when are they going to get to this match? Gunther versus CM Punk for the world title. And this kind of made me wonder, I wonder if Gunther is going to be the one to win the Royal Rumble and get the main WrestleMania match against CM Punk for the title. That would certainly be an idea. So Punk is in the ring. Rey Mysterio comes down. After the commercial break, you see Gunther walking backstage and encountering AJ Styles again. So they're certainly teasing this match. So after the commercial break, we finally get the main event of the evening, a tag team title match. World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk and Rey Mysterio versus the Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed and Austin Theory. So Braun Breaker wasn't actually going to be the tag team partner. They actually inserted Austin Theory into the main event. And Austin Theory was just Austin Theory wearing pants, with and short hair, and that's
Charlie
about it.
wanted him with no pants on.
No.
So Austin Theory starts off with Rey Mysterio. I mean, he looks bigger. I mean, anybody with Rey Mysterio looks bigger. So this went through a couple of commercial breaks. A showcase for Austin Theory, but he's just basically doing the same Austin Theory moves he was doing before. And CM Punk, I think he was he was having his way with Austin Theory actually. But Braun Breaker eventually did show up, but I think before that, Punk took Reed, and I think he clotheslined Reed into the timekeeper's area, and they both fell over the barricade there, leaving Theory and Mysterio by themselves in the ring. And I think eventually Theory win this match. Yes, he did. He's now the one using the curb stomp. He hit a curb stomp on Rey Mysterio and pinned him 1, 2, 3.
Always reminds me of American History X when I see that move.
Yeah. I mean, that's even why it was named that, I think, because it really wasn't a thing before. I don't think anyone really heard of that before American History.
Do you think Vince was like, "Oh, I love that, pal"?
Probably.
I love
He's
that.
like, I love the
It's gonna be
first
your-
half of this movie before it goes to shit.
My friend used to joke about a curb stop.
Yeah, but they're probably white supremacists too.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, that's me all over.
Reddy's a big neo-Nazi back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
Coffee.
As soon as the match was over, Punk runs back into the ring to check on Mysterio. Austin Theory runs off, but right away Braun Breaker makes his appearance, and once again, Austin Theory tried to hit an attack, but Punk clotheslined him out over the top rope. But his back is turned to Braun Breaker, and when he turns his back, turns around, Braun Breaker hits him with another spear. So the show ends with Braun Breaker still standing over a fallen CM Punk. But I gotta say, this is now 2 weeks in a row that I've got to give Raw a thumbs down.
Makes me glad I canceled my Netflix.
I've you could tell from this report that there was a lot of backstage segments, talking segments, with only.
Uh-oh.
No more talking segments from Steven.
Exactly. He's like, enough of this.
You could tell it was a Christmas week show.
Oh, shit.
It was very phoned in.
Again, that's just my preferences. If you, I'm back.
Yeah, he's
A
back.
lot of
Come
talking
out of
segments,
space.
backstage segments, long periods of time, long periods of TV time in between matches. Just not my thing. So, yeah. But that was Monday Night Raw, the Christmas Monday Night Raw. So, and no appearance by Santa Claus for. So,
Well, everybody knows he's scared of Gunther.
yeah.
That's why you never see them together.
And by the way, my favorite Christmas Christmas themed wrestling segment had to be when the little kid said to Santa Claus, "You're not Santa Claus," and then Steve Austin came out and hit him with a stunner. Kind of like that.
The kid of Santa.
For any kids out there watching, Santa is real, because I know in your head is a
Whoops, sorry about that. Maybe I should have said spoiler alert.
Santa
big
is
show
real and
called
tonight he's
Children.
never been to Epstein Island.
You think a lot of you think Jobs lets his kids watch in your head? Let's see here. Brian Matthew Clutter wants to know, why was his beautiful work of art removed? I think actually I think a lot of these AIs are being deleted by Facebook. So you'll have to say these new AI videos, the in your head AI videos. Tyler Stevens, Merry Christmas to a couple angels. You guys deserve to be sitting on top of a Christmas tree. That doesn't sound that sounds uncomfortable, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Still not
Big old
aware.
pine branch up your ass.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't feel comfortable.
What wrestlers made the naughty list this year? That's a good question. So who would be on the naughty list this year? Who was naughty?
The Rock, he didn't show up at WrestleMania. Ruined the angle.
That's a good one.
Travis Scott.
Brock Lesnar.
What did Brock Lesnar do?
He was on McNabb's list.
Oh.
Playtime.
Yeah.
Damn. Would you fight Bob Holly?
No. Even though he's an old man.
Yeah. When does the In Your Head Guys with Fries calendar come out? I don't think Incher wants any part of that, but I actually have been wanting to do a Guys and Fries calendar. What's a better Christmas movie, Die Hard or Gremlins? Now, I do argue that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, but I will have to pick Gremlins.
Gremlins.
Yeah,
wearing the shirt.
Nice. I'm a huge Gremlins fan. I like Die Hard a lot too, but Gremlins, yeah. Especially if you're going to compare as far as a Christmas movie. Can Jonathan Jackson get his flowers for being the rookie of the century? All right. Well, that's why he got a number, even though he's too much of a chicken shit son of a bitch to call in.
That number was 69.
Probably wouldn't have a good. Do you think they'll have more than 30 people in it since it's in Saudi Arabia? They'll want to do the best, the greatest of all time, and have like 48.
Well, the shows are pretty short now. They're like 4 matches, so probably not.
Dave Deadman, Incher should have Incher standing behind each model, done up like various managers. Brother Love, Paul Bear, etc. That's a good idea. What's a better Christmas? We did that one. When was the last time you were Lexard? I've never been Lexard.
Never.
I don't really want to either. Let's see. What wrestler could beat Rick Rude in a legitimate arm wrestling match? Well, pretty much all of them now because Rude's
dead.
Yeah. But if they were all in their prime, probably Scott Norton because he was arm wrestling champion, like a real one. Scott Flash Norton. Funniest wrestling rib. Not anything about eating people's pets. That's just not humorous.
The most disgusting was the Mark Henry Subway one.
Yeah,
that was the most disgusting one, I think.
He'd probably defend it now if he get back into WWE. So they were just teaching me a lesson. Brian Matthew Clutter, is this AEW's new game? I think this is a video one, maybe. Give me 1 second. Yes. So I know last week a lot of the video ones were deleted by Facebook that Jackson sent in. But maybe they were like, X-rated or something. I don't know. Here we go.
A new kind of gauntlet. Win your match, you get gold. Lose your match, you still get gold. And every champion moves on, title after title, belt after belt.
Yeah, now that is it, the Gauntlet game.
Back for more. AEW presents the Gauntlet Games, a special tournament.
I like that. So every time you win in the Gauntlet, you get a title, and every time you lose, you get a different title.
Oh.
That seems like something that could possibly be real. Alexa, John Cena signed with the WWE as an ambassador for the company. He says that he won't come out to his signature entrance theme and colored T-shirts and shorts. What are your thoughts? But isn't that what everyone would want to see him? Like, you want to see Cena come out like in a suit or like a polo shirt?
I don't want to see him at all anymore.
No, you can't see him.
Yeah.
I agree. John Cena also claims that he can stay awake for 40 hours straight. Are you impressed? I've done that many times. Trick Williams is about to be headed to the main roster. Are you intrigued?
He's gonna be beheaded.
I don't really know a lot about him, but I hope he does well.
They're going to Saudi Arabia.
WWE is set to do a cross promotion with the Netflix series Stranger Things.
What?
I don't believe that.
In the
because
Upside Down Raw is actually a great show.
Wouldn't they have done it already by now? I mean, we're in the
No, there is one,
final
like,
season.
The first Raw of the year is supposed to be like a crossover with Stranger Things.
Wow.
That's fucked.
Man, it seems like it's kind of late. Hall
The
of
show will
Fame-
be over. The series
I know,
finale's
that's
on
why-
New Year's.
Yeah, I don't really understand that.
No,
There'll be a
they-
dead
they
show
really-
by then.
They dropped some episodes tonight, I thought.
Yeah, but the season
Oh, yeah, but
finale, the series finales, like
Series finale on New Year's. Yeah.
WWE Hall of Famer Jerry the King Lawler says that he has one more match left in him. Oh God!
What?
He needs one more cheeseburger. He gets
No,
confused.
man's had multiple heart. He had a heart attack in the ring. That was
I
like
saw
10 years
JR's in
ago.
a wheelchair too.
Yeah, I
I
saw
saw a
that
picture of him and
too.
JR, and JR's using a wheelchair. So
Yeah, that was sad.
poor JR.
He falls all the time. So.
Yeah.
FanDuel sent me a grabber for the Timberwolves game of all things. I know fuck all about basketball. Playing basketball. Lexar Sports Illustrated has named AEW Promotion of the Year. They also had AEW win awards in most of the categories, including Men's Wrestler of the Year, Adam Page, and Women's Wrestler of the Year, Mercedes Moné. Are you impressed? Honestly, I probably agree.
I agree.
It's hard. Like last year, it was hard to disagree about WWE, but this year, like WWE has like not been particularly good. I don't think.
It's been every pay-per-view I've seen this year has been terrible, except for Elimination Chamber. This was like the worst WrestleMania I think I've ever seen since I started watching wrestling.
The Hardys have re-signed with TNA Wrestling. Are you intrigued?
No.
Oh, no, huh?
How many hours of classic wrestling have you watched on Peacock? None lately.
Maybe 2, maybe.
What's your favorite celebration in wrestling? I don't know, man. Who knows? Some guy getting in their head in a cake or something. I don't know. Does anyone have an answer for that? Your favorite celebration?
They say some guy getting head in the cave. What?
That'd be pretty cool. I got a birthday coming up if anyone wants to plan on that. I got 2 words for you. Johnny Swinger. Johnny Swinger. Is he still alive?
We should get him on In Your Head.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
tried.
I keep telling you that, Jack. You got to get Johnny Swinger.
I tried. We're Facebook friends, and he ghosted me. He just didn't even reply. Not even.
Well,
He,
the other way.
he just nothing. He read it right away and didn't even reply.
Probably wants you to pay him money. Like
Probably.
Yeah.
Like everybody. Can Incher imitate Noel Foley? What?
what?
He's gonna date a clown or what?
Is that what?
Ooh,
Lexar
that was a
gonna
nice
jack
thing
off
you
to?
did.
Is Incher gonna start wearing bikinis on the podcast?
Yeah. What's your?
Does she still work for WWE now that Foley's come out and said he's not signing a Legends contract? I wonder if he'll
No,
punish
I don't know.
her if he was still working there.
Was she still? She was still there. I thought his son did. Or is that no way?
Oh yeah, his son.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Dewey.
Anybody who's related to Foley, I think, would be punished maybe if they were still working
Dewey.
there.
Hell yeah.
What's your favorite? What's your Christmas and New Year plans? Today I went to Tiki Port, the Chinese restaurant my family likes, because it's closing. They're kicking them out. It's very unfortunate, but it's happening all over my state. They're like moving out all these local, especially Chinese restaurants, because Kowloon is the same way. They don't want to close. They're same with Tiki Port, but they're like making them leave so they can put in like a Bed Bath and Beyond, because you can't go anywhere
there
else.
you go.
And Kowloons are making clothes, and that's been around. Tiki Port's been around 50 years. Kowloon's been around decades too. That's a place that the wrestlers always would eat at. So it's very sad. Just so they can open up a bunch of chains that you can literally go to anywhere. But apparently they
new McDonald's.
Yes. Yeah, it was a few years ago. Well, it was a while ago. They closed our favorite seafood place, Shaw's, which had been there for years, so they could build a CVS and a Dunkin' Donuts, because there's not enough of those.
Oh, that's too bad.
What's your favorite Christmas party you've been to? I don't know.
The ones here on IYH.
I don't know.
There you go. In your head is right now. Nakia
Christmas 2025.
Hell yeah. In your head. In your head. Hit the like button. Nikhil, MJF believes that there's an argument to be made that he's the most famous pro wrestler in history to has never been signed by WWE. Do you agree? I think you would have to have a caveat like, modern, like in the last, well, if he says WWE, that would, so you're ruling out WWF.
I mean, I'm assuming he's including WWF.
Well, then you have a lot of people that like, I don't know, because you've got a lot, then you're starting to get people that, I don't know, was like, Lou Thesz was never actually signed by the WWF. So I'm just gonna say like modern day stuff. I think he might. He's got a point, because he used to be Sting, but Sting, was there for a little while. I don't know. I think you can make the argument. Yeah, got to be up there anyway. But
yeah,
he's not that far into his career, so you'd have to wait. You'd have to wait and see if he never signs with them his entire career. Because who else is there? Abdullah the Butcher. You could argue Abdullah the Butcher is more famous.
Buff Bagwell.
He was there like for a day.
Buff. Oh yeah, Buff was there. Kenny Omega's pretty famous in Japan, but not like worldwide.
Who?
Kenny Omega's famous in Japan, but not like worldwide.
Yeah. I think the thing that puts MJF over Kenny is that he's been in some movies.
Yeah, like Happy Gilmore 2.
I think just in wrestling, though, I would say Kenny Omega is a bigger.
Could you say the original Sheik? He worked for Vince Sr., but he never worked for Vince Jr.
Yeah, and he was never like, yeah. So if you just like have people that never even, because he says sign, that is different than like you worked there a match or two, Because back in the day, people didn't contracts, like they kind of just would come and go. So, I don't know. Attitude Era that's why I was kind of say modern day, because there's like a lot of really famous wrestlers that weren't in WWF back in the day. They might
like the 50s and 60s, yeah, the 70s.
WWE Era was when I started Attitude Era, was when I started watching wrestling. 2000. You started watching kind of a crap time. I remember the Raw intro, pyro, every single fan going batshit crazy, screaming, cheering for the show. I loved it. Did you? Oh well, I loved it when people are cheering, obviously, but I don't think I mean, if that was when I first started watching wrestling, I'd probably look at it differently, but I'd say 2000 wasn't a great year. That's kind of when things started to die off, I think.
Yeah.
Now in 2025, show starts with wrestlers walking backstage with a coffee or suitcase with robots talking over, camera switches to the arena, every fan is quiet. Yeah, it is. People really today only cheer, because he's talking about 2000, but if I remember watching wrestling in the 80s and the crowd would be crazy the entire match. So you'd watch like the Rock and Roll Express versus even like a couple of job guys, and like the crowd would be like literally just on their feet, like cheering the whole match. Today, for a long time, like they cheer when they hear the entrance music, and maybe a couple of like the signature spots, and then like the finish. But a lot of times they're pretty quiet the whole match. Can I have a Royal Rumble number, please? I have donated. Yes, he did donate. So, yes, you will get a Royal Rumble number. This is Nikhil, number 9. Going on the list. Number 9, Nikhil. So far, right now for the men's, we have number 1, Jobs. Number 2, Simply Ravishing. 4, Days? Who's Days? Oh, Days was someone who called in last night when I did a pop-up show. 6, or they sent money. 6, John Reddy. 8, Michael Petrelli. 9, Nikhil. 10, Vic. 12, Tommy. 14, Goosey. 15, Tazo. 16, Vagina Wrinkle. Was also someone last night. 20, Dave. Deadman. 22, Bubba. Also someone last night. 23, Werewolf of Sicily was also from last night. 24, Steven in Toronto. 25, Lexar. 27, Chobo. 29, Geraldine. And 30, Jonathan Jackson. And since Incher is not here tonight, I'm going to pick one from my mom.
I was just going to ask. That's cool.
I'm no one here to yell at me. 18, Jack's mom. All right. Troy, if you're out there, video and get yourself a number. Chris Rea, who wrote and sang one of the most famous festive songs in history, Driving Home for Christmas, has died just 3 days before Christmas at the age of 74.
Was he driving home?
R.I.P.
R.I.P. I don't really know that song, honestly.
I heard it on the radio once.
Rick Williams. Do you know that song, Steven? Or Goosey?
No, does he have a cousin named Dia Rea?
Oh, man. That's a good wrestling name.
Dia
That would have
Rea.
been Vince McMahon would have loved it.
Yeah, Vince.
That could have seen
Like
that
Q.
as like a 90s wrestler in like 93 or 94.
Diarrhea.
Yeah, it'd
Puke
be
and
like
diarrhea.
TL Hopper tagging with diarrhea. Maybe that could have been his manager, like a woman.
She comes on fast.
Let's see here. Trick Williams, Oba Femi, Sol Ruka, and Joe Hendry are planned for WWE main roster call-ups after impressing a Saturday Night's Main Event. Are your thoughts? Yeah, Joe Hendry should have been there a while ago. I almost think they've almost started to miss the boat on the guy. But I was thinking when they did the Mexican show that was earlier this year, everyone was like going insane over Mr. Iguana, and they're like, they were like, this is how you push this kind of guy, like, blah, blah. And has anyone like said anything about him since?
They pushed him
Not
right
really.
out the door.
He's like just completely disappeared.
They had like some 20-year-old guy playing La Parka. I was like, that's not La Parka.
Louis Horowitz, the American producer dubbed Hollywood's king of indie film finance, has died.
Are you intrigued?
Sorry, but my favorite movies were Jack Frost. Now, does he mean the Jack Frost, the horror movie, or the one where? Because there's two Jack Frosts. I'm a big fan of the horror one, but then there's also one with Michael Keaton.
Yeah, Michael Keaton. You like the horror one, Jack?
I love the horror one. Yeah, with the killer Santa
Okay.
Claus. That rules.
We watched that on movie nights.
Yeah, and I have I actually have a shirt.
Okay, that's cool.
Wow, this guy has done a lot of stuff. I don't see Jack Frost on here though. Maybe I have a different guy. Oh, that's Lou Horowitz. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know who this guy is. I can't even find him.
R.I.P.
Anyway, I'm sorry he's dead. I don't know. Fightful reporting that belief that the Young Bucks will eventually sign with WWE. Current contracts expire in 27. Within AEW circles, Omega is widely viewed as unlikely to make that move outside of a very limited scenario, such as part-time role or special one-off appearance. As for the Bucks, there is said to be a greater belief that they could eventually entertain a WWE run at some point down the line. All right, so I would say this: if they were going to go to WWE, they should have on their last contract. I don't really see them doing anything at this point. I think they've really just kind of become super stale. So I guess a change of place could work for them, but I don't know if anyone would really care.
Yeah,
That being said,
WWE would want to sign the
you're
Elite
thinking,
just to hurt AEW. They just want to hurt AEW. That's why they signed them.
That's the point. And I think Kenny Omega would be pretty much washed up by then.
I mean, look at the Motor City Machine Guns. Big deal in Impact, but in WWE, they're just another team.
Yeah, I think they would have to do more with the Bucks than the Machine Guns. But the thing is, WWE's never really pushed tag teams as a big deal, so I don't think it would be a big deal. I think if they would have went a few years ago, they would have made sure to really do something with them to hurt AEW and also give people oh, look, you guys can come here and we'll do stuff with you guys. But I don't really see them doing anything in WWE at this point. I don't know. I kind of think I don't know if there's anything left for them to do in AEW either. We've seen multiple heel and face turns, and when I was watching them last night, I was just like, I don't know. They just kind of seem old, and not old as in they're old men, just old. I've seen these guys here forever, and they don't really. They've been heels and faces so many times. And now it's they're trying to do the Elite again. We've already seen it. I don't know what you could do. I don't know what's left to do with them. And it's not I've never hated him or anything. I don't know. I don't know what you do with him at this point. But I know 2027 is a long way away. It's not really. It's just a year. And anything can change. But if we saw all the EVPs of the Elite go to WWE, that seems so shit. I don't know if it is at this point. I don't know. It would have been years ago. I don't know if it would really make much of a difference at this point. Dan, how's an update? Because at this point, they really should be showcasing Swerve, Hangman, MJF,
Ospreay.
Will Ospreay if he comes back, and
Kyle
then
Fletcher.
And then Kyle, yeah, for the younger guys, Kyle Fletcher and Takeshita. Danhausen update. According to an update from one source, Danhausen's contract with All Elite Wrestling is currently scheduled to expire February 2026. Barring a last-minute extension, which sources suggest would be unlikely, this would mark the official end of his run. Your thoughts? I mean, they've completely squandered anything you could get out of Danhausen. The guy is super over. I don't think he's a particularly good wrestler, but he is super over. He has a fan base. He has a big following outside of wrestling, and they've done nothing to capitalize on that whatsoever. A huge merchandise seller. You should leave, honestly. The Hardys are expected to sign new TNA contracts.
Already did.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Good for them, I guess. But I mean, I haven't cared about
the indies, I guess,
in a long time. Going back to my holidays, a last week question. I used my holiday allowance to have some days off. We have Christmas Day, Boxing Day, and New Year's Day off, but I use some of my holidays. I get 25 days a year. My holidays reset end of March. I now have 4 days to take off until then, or I lose them. I also work for an American bank, but we get the UK holidays here. All right, that's good.
Are you intrigued?
Use them before you lose them.
He actually did ask the thoughts. I'm like, I don't know. Cool, I guess.
Are you
use them? Use them up.
Yeah, use them up. Why waste them?
Are you intrigued by Neil's work benefits?
No, I didn't meet Lexar in the toilet. That's how it made it last week. That they shook hands while Lexar was at the urinal. I was in the arena, but I was walking towards the urinal. So. I rewatched the movie Hollow Man. Wow, God, it's great. Do you like it? Oh, that's not one I've ever really heard.
The Kevin Bacon one?
Yeah.
I never really heard anyone. I haven't watched it since it came out, so I don't know. Maybe it's better than I remember. 4 years ago today, Sting, Darby Allin, and CM Punk. Wow, that's wild. Teamed up on Dynamite, all rocking the war paint, and one of the coolest moments ever in AEW. That was pretty sweet. Avengers Doomsday releases today, which will be released next year. Steve Rogers returns. Your thoughts? I don't like bringing back dead people.
I agree.
Cheap. If you woke up tomorrow morning as head of creative for WWE, what would be your first move? Probably go to the toilet and stay there until my shift finishes. I'd have to really think of that. But I would I'd say let's rethink this theory.
Saudi.
Yep. Drop that immediately.
And let's get out of the Saudi Arabia deal.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins, if John Cena won his last match, he wouldn't be talking about it. What a load of shit. Yeah, that's stupid.
I saw he was burying Russo and Cornette, who's saying they're both idiots. Seth Rollins.
I mean, I can't agree. I mean, I can't disagree, honestly. I wouldn't take advice from either guy for modern wrestling.
Yeah.
I mean, they both hate everything, pretty much.
I saw Russo was on JCW saying that the only reason Karrion Kross was fired is because Triple H was worried he'd be a bigger star than Triple H ever was. I was like, oh my God, I guess Karrion Kross is going to JCW. That's ridiculous.
That's a guy I don't really I heard so much hype for him, and anytime I saw him, I don't think he was. I mean, he's kind of like Theory. He's just like a guy. I'd be like, okay, he's fine.
Yeah.
And he's never over at all on the main WWE show.
I do like Russo as the authority figure on the Insane Clown Posse wrestling. It makes it more interesting.
I like it too.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they made him Mr. Backstage segment for months and just wouldn't put him in the ring. Of course, I'm talking.
I mean, every time I saw him wrestle, no one cared at all. There's one of the on Mania, no one cared about him in the least.
Yeah, you gotta put him in the ring. on a consistent basis. Give him a chance.
I don't know. I saw him in the ring, and I just thought he wasn't particularly good. He's just like a guy. He's all right, I guess. What time do you have Christmas dinner? I go for 3 p.m., but I don't like turkey, so we have lamb and pork. I went for lunch.
6 p.m. or 7.
Getting kind of hungry though, honestly, because I had I was like that's like 12 hours ago. No wonder I'm hungry. What's your plans for Christmas Day? I think he asked this twice. Merry Christmas. Have a great day. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Nikhil.
Do you think Jesus used to get really screwed on his birthday? Like they would just give him one present since it was also Christmas?
Oh, yeah, poor Jesus.
Lexar, what are Jax and Intra's favorite AI videos of themselves? I love them all. I will say Intra is not a fan. He is not happy with these. I think they're fun. Lexar, I'm sure he's asked this many times. Oh, no, I thought it was a shower. Do you pee in the snow?
It doesn't snow here.
Yeah, we don't get enough snow to really
snow.
When I was younger, I did, but now I don't like the cold. I used to like the cold a lot more than I do now. You don't want to get a chilly willy.
Yeah.
Have you ever done the WV while playing in the snow? No.
Have you ever taken a shit while playing? Oh, what?
Have you ever shit your pants while playing in the snow? Can't say I have. Have you dropped... What the fuck? Have you ever dropped anything in snow? Why does Lexar ask about dropping stuff so much?
I mean, dropping your bowels, dropping items.
I'm sure I've dropped things in the snow. Yes, I've dropped things in the snow.
I never have.
No, I'm sorry. I feel bad. What's your favorite thing to drop in the snow? What's your favorite Christmas song? I like Father Christmas by the Kinks. Anyone have a favorite Christmas
I like
song?
the one that goes, Superman can see through lead. In your head, in your head, in your head.
Rookie of the year, Michael Petrelli. Yeah! Boom. By the way, I do need to get the heady ballot up. I need to get that up so we can do headies.
Yeah, Jackson, get to work, you lazy fuck.
Jackson, you want a number, but you ain't doing shit. Tyler Stevens. Do you prefer slushies or Slurpees?
The 7-Eleven one's a Slurpee, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of either.
Which one is the slushy? Is that Circle K or something?
I don't know.
I'll say the 7-Eleven one, I guess.
Lexar, do you hate listening to Christmas music while shopping? No, I never really understand this big hatred of Christmas songs. I have no problem with them.
Unless you're riding in the car with Mick Foley.
I'm sure that, yeah, but he plays them all year round. I'm sure that would get annoying.
Yeah.
July 5th, and Mick Foley be playing.
Like, all right, give it a rest.
Jingle bells.
Which Christmas carol are you most likely to get turned on by, and why? That's from Tony Oberstar. I don't know. Jingle Bell Rock really gets me going.
Jingle Bell Rock makes you
Jingle Bell Rock
makes you get a rock hard cock.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell cock. All right. Man, this guy's making it hard here. Not my penis. He's got a question here. All right. So this is from Michael Clutter, one of our Brian Matthew Clutter, one of our sponsors.
With the 16th president, and I found out one heck of a grappler. Back in the Frontier days, I wrestled more than 300 bouts. Lost but once.
That is wild. He was doing shoot matches before anybody even called him that.
I appreciate that West Virginia joined the Union, but do you really have the WV during this interview?
I'll be quick, Mr. Here with the 16th president, and I found out.
Can you believe it? That intro was just drop trow, and maybe he didn't drop trow. I guess he pooped in his pants. Damn, that's not professional intro.
Taking a shit with in front of Abe Lincoln.
All right. Then he wants to know which one of these are more accurate or is more accurate to what happened. It's a famous in your head story. It was at Fan Fest. I was giving out free in your head pens, and there was a guy who was in a wheelchair, and I gave him one, and he went, "Why'd you do that?" And he threw the pen on the ground. And he just threw it on the ground. I was like, what a fucking asshole. So here we go.
Oh, man. Free pen in your head. That's plenty more if you want to hand them out. Why'd you do that? Whoa, hey, easy. Everybody all right? I'm fine. Later. Wait. Oh, man. You're fine.
I definitely spoke too soon.
Damn, that. I'll be honest. That voice very much like
that's plenty more if you want to hand them out. Why'd you do that? WV. Whoa, hey, easy. Everybody all right? I'm fine. Wait. Oh, man. You're fine.
I definitely spoke too soon.
Kicks Incher's ass. I don't remember that part. Though.
Poor Incher.
Or was it this one more accurate?
Here you go, brother. Oh, you just drilled me. I was reading the map and boom. Sir, it's just a pen. I want it. I'll take it back. No harm, all right?
Convention's wild, man.
The first one's much more accurate. It was that the first one really his voice.
Incher went flying through a table like that.
No, that part not so much, but the voice was very accurate on the first one. Scarily accurate because he wasn't there.
We're gonna have to play it again for when he comes back on the show.
Yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, I will. I'll play it next time. Brian Matthew Clutter, along with the Lurker and El Santos World, are the official supporters here of the show. So if you would like to become one, you can join the $10 tier, and you'll get your name and recognition on the show. Throughout the show, I like to pop this up. Boom. Thanks to our sponsors, El Santos World, Brian Matthew Clutter, and the Lurker. Ooh, Brian Matthew Clutter wants to know, why doesn't Incher love us as much as Daddy Jack? Wah, wah, wah. Pepe Poteet, who do you think would win a cage match? Lexar or Tazo? Interesting. They're both crazy, so yeah. Lexar's definitely dangerous. I don't know if Tazo, in my mind he's dangerous, but it could be all a work. I'm gonna actually say Tazo. I think Tazo would win. I think he's quicker. I think he'd get out of the ring faster.
Well, yeah, if that was an escape the cage match, right. Yeah, Tazo.
Yeah, if it's NWA style, maybe Lexar, because Lexar is like a vicious, scary guy. Anyone else have an opinion on that?
No. What if it was Big Blue Cage?
Yeah, then Tazo, because he would just climb out. All right, this is from Michael Jackson. This is from Jonathan Jackson.
Michael Jackson.
Hold on. Michael Jackson from Beyond the Grave is sending this. That'd be awesome if Michael Jackson was in the Headyverse. All right, here we go.
Good interview, Brad Thacker. Yeah, it was a pleasure to have you on. Have a good one.
That asshole acts like I'm not even here. For the interview, Brad Thacker. Yeah, it was a pleasure to have you on. No problem, Neil. Have a good one.
Oh, Brad Thacker, that guy.
It's like I'm not even here.
Well, that was pretty good, but we never interviewed Brad Thacker. Like he was there, but he wasn't like an interview guy we interviewed.
He
But I
did
do
call
like
into the
that.
show once, I remember.
Yeah, he may have called in a few times. He blocked
Yeah.
me actually recently when I joined the
fuck him.
the Dabbleverse. Because he went crazy. Like he was like telling me all the people that he doesn't like in the Dabbleverse. And I was like, I don't really care, dude. Then he blocked me. Not that important. All right, here we go. This is also from Jonathan Jackson.
What the fuck is this slop? Is this how they cook in the WV?
Oh my God, honey, that's the man who's trying to seduce our son.
What the fuck is this slop? Is this how they cook in the WV?
Oh my God, honey, that's the man who's trying to seduce our son.
I like that one. If you don't know the backstory, the first time I was going to meet Incher, his dad was worried that I was going to rape him. I was like,
that's another one you have to play when he comes back on next week.
Exactly. And I was like, so he thought like we just set up this show for years, and like and it was just a ruse to like try to have sex with your son. Like, kind of weird.
Gay sex with his son.
Let's see. Why was I in the dark in the house? Is the next question for this next one? No, we already did that one earlier. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get these ready here. These are hard to do with one person. All right. This next one has Incher and Jonathan Jackson in it. About to share it here. I should just like download these, maybe. Be easier. All right, here we go.
I know you're in here, Neil, and I'm finally gonna get you. Take that, bitch! Ugh.
What the fuck are you doing, Incher?
Man, Jackson.
I know you're in here, Neil, and I'm finally gonna get you. Take that, bitch! Ugh.
What the fuck are you doing, Incher?
I know you're in here, Neil, and I'm finally gonna get you. Take that, bitch! Ugh.
What the
Damn. I don't know what's going on there. Did anyone really understand that one?
If Incher was fed up, I think he'd take his gun out, right?
He probably would, yeah. I wonder why Jackson was so heavy there. And it looked like his stomach was like an ass. Looked like he was built like backwards. Let's see. What's this next one about? Why do Jack and Incher want to hurt me? So I guess we're gonna double team Jackson in this next one.
Hey guys, one time, let's get a hug.
Tell you why I think I'm stupid.
Hey guys, one time, let's get a hug.
Tell you why I think I'm stupid.
Hey guys.
The first time Jackson called in after the show, Incher did ask me if that was Junkyard Dog. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see here. This is the last one of these for the night. Okay. I had the idea to start posting the best ones of these as shorts on the In Your Head YouTube page. You think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
Sure.
In Your Head AI. All right. For all the folks, they could go back and watch them all. Here we go.
Get away with it. I ground them into a fine powder and make them into bricks for my basement. I'd like to make a report.
Hey, let me talk to you, bitch!
Get away with it. I ground them into a fine powder and make them into bricks for my basement. I'd like to make a report.
Hey, let me talk to you, bitch!
So
Get away with it. I ground them into a fine
Wait a
powder and make
minute.
them into bricks for my basement.
Is Jonathan Jackson
Hey, let me
chasing
talk to you,
Tokyo
bitch!
Clutch? Jackson runs, and then
Get away
another
with it. I
Jackson
ground them
behind
into a
him.
fine powder and make them into bricks for my basement.
That's weird.
Time warps back to.
So people don't know the backstory there. I had a dream, and I mentioned on the show where I used to have dreams a lot where I was trying to dispose of bodies, and one of the ways was I was in my basement, and I got rid of all the meat, where I'd keep it in the freezer, and then I would throw it away with old meat, like old pork and stuff, and I'd mix it together. So in my mind, like they would think it was all it was just all
Jeffrey
bad, like
Dahmer.
meat together, you know. And then to get rid of the bones, I would smash them down into a powder in my basement. I'd like with like a hammer, you know what I mean? And then I would bake them into bricks, and then I would put those bricks into my basement, into the wall. And I remember my mom in the dream, my mom was like, "Don't do that because someone will find them at some point." But it was never about. It was never about killing the people or even like any type of like you feeling bad about killing someone. It was always just, or maybe I didn't even kill him. It was always just about trying to get rid of the bodies.
And your mom's not concerned you have the body. She's just concerned about
Getting caught,
Okay.
exactly. And there was a couple times I legit woke up nervous that I was going to get caught, because the one time I had a bunch of the bodies chopped up with meat in garbage bags, and I put them outside for garbage day, and I kept worrying that they were going to break, and the garbage man would like find something like they knew was a person. And I woke up like actually all nervous that I was about to get caught disposing of bodies. I haven't had any of those dreams in a long time, though. I don't dream about disposing of bodies anymore. So I think that's probably a good sign, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I like that. That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut from Jonathan Jackson. That one was good. That's very reminiscent of the dream, honestly. But Incher wasn't there, or maybe he was.
Yeah,
Maybe he
he
was
was
the
the
one I
meat.
was putting in the brick. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Incher just asks, "Who's live?" We are, dumbass. No,
Yeah.
we are in your head. How would you dispose of a body if you had to?
He just told you.
Yeah, I think one time I burned it up, and then it was the problem was I was always wondering what to do with the bones, because when I burned them up, like the bones didn't burn. I think I'm scaring Michael Petrelli.
No, it's okay.
And Michael was never seen again.
I wonder how long that would take to take the human skull and smash it into powder. Seems like it would be hard to do. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out. Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Let's see. Jackson sent a video on. Oh, he sent a bunch of videos. All right. I think some of these we may have seen. Yeah, I feel like some of these we watched. Let's see here. I think there's one new one. All right, we got one new one here, I believe, from Jonathan Jackson. He was trying to ask Lexar. Yeah, Lexar would probably have an interesting answer to that. He'd be like, I don't know, you put it in your closet?
Hide it under the wrestling mat in the corner.
Hide it underneath the tranny porn. All right, here we go. Why does it mute it every time? You'd think once you unmute it, you wouldn't have to unmute it every time.
They rejected it again? It's just a cat sliding on a banana peel. Wendy's diet! I'm doing good and everything! Chobo must be a mod in this group. There's no way I'm being censored like this. They rejected it again? It's just a cat sliding on a banana peel. Wendy's diet! I'm doing good and everything! Chobo must be a mod in this group. There's no...
Man, I like that Showboat is in the AI. We should actually give numbers to our sponsors. They pay every month here. So Brian Matthew Cluttar, you will get a number 26. 26 for Brian Matthew Clutter. Brian Matthew Clutter. And then next week we'll give you a one for the women's Royal Rumble. Brian Matthew Cluttar, El Santos World. Jesus. Mute this man. Have you ever seen someone just fall asleep instantly and start snoring like that? Number 11. Number 11. Who did I say that was El Santos World? We're running out of numbers already this year.
Damn, we ain't even through December yet.
I know. So I think it was a good idea to two separate for the men and women. So if you don't have a number, at least you can get one on the women's. And Lurker. The Lurker. The Lurker. What number is that? 17. 17 is the Lurker. So updated, we only, for the men's, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We only have 7 numbers left. So you really should get in quick out there. So if you want a number, you don't have one, you could send in a super chat or a video in. But right now we've got a number 1 is Job's, 2 Simply Ravishing, 4 Days, 6 John Reddy, 8 Michael Petrelli, 9 Nikhil, 10 Vic Schiavone, 11 El Santos World, 12 Tommy, 14 Goosey, 15 Tazo, 16 Vagina Wrinkle, 17 the Lurker, 18's my mom, 20 Dave Deadman, 22 Bubba, 23 the Werewolf of Sicily, 24 Stephen in Toronto, 25 Lexar, 26 Brian Matthew Clutter, 27 Showboat, 29 Geraldine, and number 30 Jonathan Jackson. Damn. All right.
And that's for the signed Danhausen.
For signed Danhausen. Yeah. And if anybody out there would like to submit a gift for the women's, if not, the winner of the women's Rumble will get their personalized 8-bit figure. The virtual gift. But who knows? Maybe someone else in the Headyverse will donate a cool prize. All right. I could give Incher a number and myself, but we'll wait till down the road for that. All right. Anything else in anyone's minds? Want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Steven, did you have any parting words here?
No, I guess Merry Christmas, everyone. And once again, I made it to the end of a show.
Hell yeah!
I'm on vacation this week and next week, so I decided to stay for the whole show.
Awesome.
We appreciate that. Thank you, Steven. You're a good man. Hit the like button, subscribe, share this out. I'll be live again Sunday. We're going to review the AEW pay-per-view, but we're going to do it Sunday. Me and stand-up comedian Earl Skakel. who you might also know him as the EA Sports guy. EA Sports, it's in the game.
It's in the game.
Yeah, that's Earl Skakel.
Oh, cool.
Michael Petrelli, any last words?
I'm looking forward to the AEW pay-per-view. I think it should be a good show.
Let me pull up that card.
Oh yeah, let's go over the card.
Yeah. While I'm doing that, any last words, Mr. Goosey, Mr. Overstar?
Nope.
Damn. How about John Reddy? John, do you have any last words?
No.
All right. Here we go. This is at World's End. Let me grab up the card. Sisters of Sin versus High-End and Maya World. Well, I definitely want
I've never heard of the second team.
Yeah, they the first time I ever saw them was on Tonight, and they had like a tag team title match. I was like, who the hell are these people?
Were they good or no?
Nah. I mean, they just really jobbed out pretty quick.
I'll go with Julia Hart and Scott Taylor.
Yeah, I actually really like the Sisters of Sin, so then they go to win. Then we have a mixed. What the hell is Mixed Nuts Mayhem? Is that a real match? What?
Someone vandalized the Wikipedia page.
Mixed Nuts Mayhem?
What?
That's really much like singles match, tag team, professional wrestling. Can take many forms. I don't know. It's in the Mixed Nuts Mayhem match. The Death Riders, Claudio, Daniel Garcia, Wheeler Yuta, and Marina Shafir versus the Conglomeration, Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, Roderick Strong, and Timeless Tony Storm. I guess it's a mixed tag.
That's so weird.
Why they? I don't like
the Mixed Nuts Mayhem.
Four nuts and one pussy.
Not a fan of this. I guess I went the Conglomeration. That's a waste of a lot of those people, in my opinion. Okada versus Takeshita in the Continental Classic semifinals. If Okada loses, he loses the AEW Continental Championship and the AEW Unified Championship, guaranteeing a new Continental. Oh god, so fucking insane. Well, I want Takeshita to win.
I agree. I think it'd be a good storyline too. That he takes it away from him.
Sucks. Yeah.
I think it would really piss off people for that.
No, I think he likes Takeshita actually.
Really?
He keeps calling him take a shitta.
Yeah.
That was there when he debuted.
Yeah, I think it's one of the only Japanese people in the world that he likes. Kyle Fletcher versus John Moxley in a Continental Classic semifinals.
That should be a good match.
Now, even though if this was just a match, I would want Kyle Fletcher to win. But I think since it's the Continental Classic finals, I think it's a bigger match if Moxley wins and then Takeshita versus Moxley, as opposed to Takeshita and Kyle Fletcher, because I think that's a bigger guy for Takeshita to win and win the tournament against. But if I just went by who I like, well, I like both guys, but if that was the finals, I would say Kyle Fletcher would gain more for off the victory. But either way, as long as Okada doesn't win out of those four, I'm a happy guy. Watch Okada win. And then so the winners of those two matches face each other. I want Takeshita to take the whole thing. That's my pick.
Yeah.
Darby Allin versus Gabe Kidd. Now, they actually did a good job this week in showing some personality from Gabe Kidd.
No, promo was pretty cool.
Yeah. So for weeks, I was just like, who the fuck cares about this guy? But
is it a hardcore match or just a regular match?
It doesn't say, but I assume it would be. But you would think it would say on here. I think Darby needs to win, though. He's getting a lot of losses lately, and he's like super over. But that should be good. FTR versus the Bang Bang Gang for the tag champions in a Chicago street fight. I think FTR.
Yeah, FTR.
Oh my God, the Babes of Wrath versus Mercedes Moné and Athena. I'm just to say Mercedes Moné and Athena. I don't even really think they should be tag champs, but I can't stand the Babes of Wrath. Chris Statlander defending her title versus Jamie Hayter. I really think they should have the title on someone else. I don't think either one's over at the moment.
I agree.
So I don't really care. I actually like both of them, but at the moment, like neither one's very over. Main event should be really good. Honestly, that match will probably be good. It's just neither of them's particularly over at the moment. Samoa Joe defending the title versus Swerve Strickland versus Hangman Page and MJF. I'm not a big fan of multi-man matches like that. I think they should get
next pay-per-views in LA.
Honestly. What?
Yeah, next pay-per-views in LA, 2 in Los Angeles at Staples Center. So MJF's in movies. Maybe going into that, he'd be the champion.
I am a fan of all 4 guys. I think Joe should lose the belt in a singles match, not a 4-way, but I think you should get the belt back on MJF. I think you should be a babyface too, to be honest.
Maybe he could pin Joe instead of pinning Swerve or Hangman.
Yeah,
since Joe took his title.
The only thing I do see out of the 4-way, if you did have someone win the title but they don't pin Joe, that does give the rematch to Joe at the next pay-per-view, where it'd be like, I didn't actually lose the belt, and then they pin Joe. I think it'd be better just to have the guy pin Joe at another match, but that should be good though. All 4 guys are really good, really talented dudes.
Yeah, I'm glad MJF is back and he's in that match.
Me too. And I'm honestly not against any of the 4 guys being champion, to be honest.
I'm not either.
I kind of think Joe keeps it, and then one of these guys will get the belt later on down the road. That's what I think will happen. But we'll see. I will say, AEW does do some because I never expected Joe to win the belt the last 2 times. I thought like it was a foregone conclusion that MJF was going to beat him, and then the last time. But so you never know what they're going to do. I'm sorry, I got to get ready.
Yeah. I never thought Chris Statlander would have won that last match.
No.
So sometimes they do it just to surprise people.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So let me get the this will be the last time I play this song until next year.
No, a whole year.
Yeah, it's a sad, it's bittersweet. But I hope everyone had a nice Christmas. I had a nice Christmas.
Yeah.
I did too.
Yeah, same here.
I got this new camera for Christmas. I actually got it a few weeks ago.
I have that same shirt you're wearing, Jack.
Oh, really?
I got it from Walmart. Attitude Era shirt. Stone Cold's on the bottom, right?
Yeah.
And then they have a young Batista up front, which is weird because Batista wasn't in the Attitude Era.
Yeah, it's well, I didn't know where. I actually got it for Christmas, so now I know where they got it. But still,
okay, that's cool.
It's Undertaker, Austin,
DX,
Shawn Michaels, DX, and that is weird. Batista and Kane.
A young Batista. The Attitude Era Batista.
I wonder if they had someone that maybe they had The Rock in it and they couldn't get the rights at the last moment. He might have his own deal. You know what I mean? Like you have to get the rights from The Rock.
Yeah,
like,
I got that. I was like, wait, Batista wasn't in the Attitude Era.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think of it. That's like I have a horror movie shirt, and it's all the it's Frankenstein, but it's Dracula, but it's not Bela Lugosi. It's like the Hammer. It's like Christopher Lee, and I was like, it's cool, but it's weird. But I do believe that Bela Lugosi is the only Universal monster guy where you have to have the rights from Bela Lugosi's estate to use his like.
Oh, okay.
That's why I like this guy. It's the Bela Lugosi figure. It's not even Dracula.
Did you ever see the Mexican Dracula they made with like the same sets?
I've always heard this story, but I've never seen the movie.
It's good. I like it. I think it's pretty good. It's just in Spanish.
I have to seek it out.
It's good. It's worth watching.
Yeah, because I'll be honest, I'm not a huge Dracula fan. I prefer Nosferatu, and I know they're based off the same story, but I'm not. I think the old Dracula with Bela Lugosi is like the first. I think it's the first Universal monster movie that's a talkie, and you could kind of tell because the acting's like very theatrical. And I think like it looks fantastic. The use of the shadows in it's great. The castle's great. Bela Lugosi's presence is great, but I don't think it's a great movie. I think the best part of it is Renfield, the Renfield performance.
Oh yeah.
It's not really my favorite. I don't really like too many Dracula movies. I actually really dislike the Bram Stoker Dracula movie from the 90s that a lot of people like. I think it's
yeah. I do too.
Honest. And but I love the original Nosferatu. I like the 70s remake of Nosferatu. I'm not a big fan of the current Nosferatu, so I like those two. And I like a lot of vampire movies, but not a lot of Dracula movies. But anyway, I'll need to check that one out and see what I think.
Somebody gave me a DVD for Christmas once, and it was like a double disc. It had the Mexican one on the side, and even though it wasn't Spanish and I couldn't understand anything, I thought the acting was good and I liked it.
There's a new Dracula coming out. The
trailer. Oh yeah, I've seen the trailer. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, I might do it without your head tomorrow. I'm not really sure. It depends what I'm doing. But if not, like I said, we'll be live Sunday for here on In Your Head, reviewing the AEW pay-per-view. We'll be back on our regular In Your Head on Tuesday, and then next Thursday on January 1st, for Without Your Head, we will have the filmmakers of New Fear's Eve, a New Year's horror film. So that'd be fun. And then coming up, we have on Without Your Head, the director of the movie The Fetus, which is about a killer fetus. Which sounds interesting.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know, we got a lot of stuff coming up. And anyway, this is a good time. We'll be back.
Cool.
Thanks, everybody. Merry Christmas. I guess we'll be back before New Year's, won't we? Yeah, next week's because it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
December 30.
Yeah. All right. So Thursday we'll talk about New Year's. We'll have New Year's resolutions on next week's show. All right. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good night. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Father Christmas, give us. Oh, the internet can be frightful, but In Your Head is so insightful. And since it's not time for bed, in your head, in your head, in your head, Jack shows no signs of flopping, and OIB is really hopping. Superman can see through lead, for in your head, in your head, in your head, when they finally call it a night. How I hate logging off of the site, but they'll be back Wednesday night when Jack's screaming, all right, the wrestlers, they are a-rating, and the cages are still debating. Too sexy for right, said Fred. In your head, in your head, in your head. In your head, in your head, in your head. Yeah.